Yeah, but on email. Is it on email?
Hi, Lena. I'm so happy.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning, you beauties. Welcome to it. It is going to be an amazing morning. Well, it's going to be an amazing day because we get to spend our start of it with you, but the next 3 hours, they're going to be magic.
I can't wait for it. Also, I got a big smile because it's Thursday.
It is.
Not only because Graham's standing next to me, but yes,
thanks,
you
man.
do bring me joy,
Oh,
Graham.
I love you so much. So hopefully we can do the same for you. Now, this really is a space filled with love, passion, and joy, and we want to kind of amplify that today.
Yes, please. More passion, more perseverance, and more game-changing moments. That's what I'm here for. From hitting the trails to making waves, we're going to be diving into how running has transformed Dean Horwitz's life and also led to his new podcast. It's called Trail Chasers. What a fantastic name. And we're going to get to find out more about him.
I'm just wondering how he interviews while you're running.
While you're
It
running,
must be
you
quite
know?
difficult. Like, yeah, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Then super excited. Olympic champion Chad Leclos shares how he is inspiring the next generation with his swimming clinic, and then tech guru Grant Hines breakdowns what to look out for in a fitness watch. So we are adding layers to life here this morning. Absolutely love that. But we need a party.
Yes, please, because the sports can be put aside for some hip-hop. Please make some room for the powerhouse that is Gigi Lemaine, celebrating 10 years in the game with her brand new album. It's going to be called Doves and Scones. Very interested in that, but you got to stay with us to find out a little bit more about the meaning behind that name.
People are Googling that right now. Well, someone who is going to be charged with the job of finding out that and a whole lot more. And she's looking absolutely gorgeous this morning. Good morning, Zanele. How are you?
Hi, my Cape Town family, and good morning, Zanti. Siyanamkela to the biggest and best breakfast show in the land, and you know it's always just so much fun to be with you, but also more than anything else, it is our pleasure to get your day started off on the perfect note. Now listen, we always have fun on the screen right here on S3, but then we always want to hear from you on the social media streets. So let's get to the good morning post, please. Right about now, I am literally slap bang in the middle of getting back to gym, right? And this is where I think a lot of us sometimes either fall away from when we started in January or we get really serious. And this is why we want to know. 063-408-8863, as well as on hashtag Expresso Show on all social media pages. What is your fitness goal? What is it that you're trying to reach right now? And what are you hoping to achieve come a certain time in the year? For me, I'm trying to run a 5K. Have I started running? No. So, you know, it's a little bit tough. It's rough and tough. But I'm trying in terms of getting a little bit fit in the gym, and we're going to see how it works out. But let us know what yours is, all in the name of the Good Morning Post. Right about now, I do need to head on over back to Cape TZ Sheezy, because the gorgeous Carissa, the Lunch Club Queen, she's got us with your news headlines.
Oh, my beautiful Zanele. Listen, I'm also trying to get on that road. The Absa 10K is calling, and I need to be putting in the miles. But it's okay. We're in this together, all right? 4 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into your national news first. Now, we start out here where Parliament has passed the 2025 fiscal framework and revenue proposal by a narrow majority, despite opposition to the 0.5% rather, VAT increase set for 1 May. Now, the Democratic Alliance rejected the proposal, prompting the ANC to seek support from parties outside the Government of National Unity, including Action SA. The National Treasury has been given 30 days to explore alternatives to tax hikes and adjust personal income tax brackets. Now, House Chairperson Cedric Frolick announced the final vote, 194 in favour and 182 against, with no abstentions. In other national news, televangelist Timothy Omotso and his co-accused have been acquitted on all 32 charges, including rape and human trafficking, in a case that gripped the nation. Arrested 8 years ago, Omotoso remained in custody throughout the lengthy trial. Now, Judge Irma Skuman ruled that while she could not dismiss the complainant's testimony, the prosecution failed to prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt. The case's handling by the state has drawn criticism, with legal experts pointing to weak evidence and procedural missteps. The verdict has sparked mixed reactions across South Africa. Let's have a look at your international news making headlines, where 3 U.S. citizens convicted for their role in the failed 2024 coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo have had their death sentences commuted to imprisonment. That's life imprisonment. President Felix Tshisekedi issued the order 6 months after their sentencing. The coup, led by opposition figure Christian Malanga, saw 6 people killed before Malanga was shot dead, resisting arrest. Now, among those convicted was Malanga's son, Marcel, a U.S. citizen. The decision follows international pressure over Congo's use of the death penalty. Meanwhile, a Democratic-backed Judge Susan Crawford has won the Wisconsin Supreme Court election, maintaining the 4-3 Liberal majority. Now, the race, the most expensive judicial election in U.S. history, saw over $100 million spent, including $20 million from Elon Musk, supporting conservative Brad Schimmel. Now, Crawford's victory is expected to influence congressional redistricting ahead of the 2026 midterms and 2028 presidential election. She vowed courts, quote, are not for sale, rejecting billionaire influence. The outcome also deals a political blow to Donald Trump. Now, next, we have an inspiring story about resilience and breaking barriers. For years, 32-year-old Zandile Mbali's dream of becoming a social worker felt out of reach. Stuck at home with no options, she didn't know what to do until a friend introduced her to Lembeni Project Center of Excellence, NPO funded by the government department, the Gauteng Department of Social Development. Now, she never imagined herself in construction, but with encouragement from her mostly male classmates, she gave it a shot. Now she's mixing concrete, laying bricks, and dreaming big. Her own construction company is at hand. Turning back is not in my vocabulary, she says. With graduation in sight, she hopes to inspire other young women to break barriers for better futures. Well, that is where we leave your 6 o'clock news. We've got to head into your sporting headlines. Graham is standing by with the latest.
Thank you so much, my friend. Football dominating this morning. Let's start locally, where Stellenbosch FC coach Steve Barker was satisfied as his team secured a 0-0 draw up against defending champions Zamalek in their CAF Confederations Cup quarter-final first leg at the DHL Stadium yesterday. So the evenly contested match leaves everything to play for in the return leg in Cairo next Wednesday. Going to be a heated affair, I think. Now, let's stay with football now, a little further afield, as Liverpool edged Everton 1-0 in a scrappy Merseyside derby late yesterday, with Diogo Jota scoring the winner to restore their 12-point lead over Arsenal in the Premier League title race. So Everton remain 15th with 34 points. And elsewhere, Jack Grealish netted his first league goal in 16 months as Manchester City eased past Leicester 2-0 at the Etihad, keeping their Champions League qualification hopes alive. Now on to rugby. Rugby fans in Gauteng and the Eastern Cape can look forward to some top-tier action as the Springbok women take on world number 2 Canada in the curtain raisers ahead of the Springboks clashes with Italy at Loftus Versfeld and then Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium on the 5th and 12th of July. So following the Canada series, the Bok women will also face a New Zealand Black Ferns 15 in 2 matches in South Africa, with details yet to be announced, but an incredibly valuable opportunity for the ladies. Now let's jump on to cricket. Mohammad Siraj, 3 for 19, and then Jos Buttler weighing in with 73 not out, led the Gujarat Titans to a commanding 8-wicket victory over the Royal Challengers Bangalore in their IPL clash yesterday. So RCB struggled to 169 for 7 after being put into bat, and the Titans chased down the target, comfortably reaching 170 for 2 with 13 balls to spare. Sai Sudharsan contributing 49 of 36, while Buttler's explosive 73 of just 39 balls featured 5 fours and 6 sixes, and that ultimately sealing the win. Well, we've got a lot of sport in our lineup today. We're going to be talking trail running. We're going to be talking swimming development with an Olympian, so you definitely want to stick around for that. But right now, let's get a broader perspective of our day with the weather.
You know we love to keep you up to date, Mzansi. And this morning, the South African Weather Service has come through and has warned of more severe rain and flooding today, issuing a yellow level 2 alert for thunderstorms across Gauteng, the Northern Cape, Northwest and Free State, with risks to infrastructure and livelihoods. Mpumalanga's high fault faces disruptive rainfall and localized flooding. Meanwhile, extreme fire danger is expected along the Northern Cape coast, while very hot and uncomfortable conditions continue in Namakwa, Cape Town and the Winelands until Sunday. Authorities urge residents to please stay cautious. And of course, the dual threats of storms and soaring temperatures mean we do need to 100% look out for ourselves as well as those around us. Right now, though, I want us to jump on into my favorite part of the morning. It is the sunrise view. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm there with you. And listen, my king, Mark from George, where it's going to be a delicious 23 degrees Celsius, not too hot, not too cold. What are you doing there in George, eh? Because this picture is absolutely stunning. What do you mean you took it on your phone? I think you might have used a 5500 megapixel, and you're now sending us this because it's absolutely gorgeous. Mzansi, this is the example of what we're looking for. It could be anything. It could be the trees. It could be the sea. We just want to know what's happening on your side with the sunrise view on 063 408 8863. Right about now, though, let's get you ready for your day by checking out the temperatures.
I know there are a lot of people out there. One trail runner in particular, Dean Horwitz, is looking at that weather going, I need to get outside and get me some green energy. Oh, he's an incredible human being who's got quite a cool story, and he's going to be bringing us inside his story with The Trail Chasers, an awesome new podcast where I suppose we get to join the tribe and find out more, so cannot wait to plug into that. And then we need some breakfast, please. Carissa, what's happening in the kitchen, girl?
Oh, so much is happening in the kitchen this morning. We're definitely going to get chemical because we're going to sort out all things to do with your alkaline, okay? And we're going to make an alkaline power bowl. It sounds delicious. It sounds interesting. Maybe even it piqued your intrigue just a little bit. Well, stay here on the other side of this. We get into the details of both athletes and also how we fuel them. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I think you can see by the light in my eyes how excited I am about this one. With rugged terrains, unpredictable conditions, challenging climbs, trail running can feel intimidating for beginners, but what a challenge to take on. And for Dean Hoyts, it's his mission now. It's become his movement to change that perception, his personal journey from a hesitant beginner not that long ago in 2022 to a passionate advocate for the sport has inspired now countless other people to take their first steps out on the trail. And now, as the creator of the Trail Chasers podcast, he's built a thriving community that welcomes all of us at whatever level we are. So can we get a feel-good welcome for this awesome trail runner? Good morning, Mr. Dean Horwitz.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you, cameraman. I
you.
say it every day. We need a live studio audience just so I can
Yeah.
have people cheering, because you deserve a cheer, man.
Thank you.
2022.
Yeah.
I mean, how did this even begin, dude? I'm just seeing like, run, Forrest, run. You're just leaving your house and just never coming back. But that's not a long time to be this invested.
Yeah, so it started with road running during COVID. So, I got to the end of 2019 and I was heavy into my gym. But I did a park run with my family out in Tulbach, and I could not walk the 5Ks. Struggled to walk. It was terrible. And I got to the end of that, and I was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. But this can't be fitness. I can't be really strong in the gym.
Where's the function?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not be able to even walk a 5K. So that was the kind of light bulb. But then COVID obviously hit, and I was like, I can't go to gym. Might as well try running, and that's kind of where the ball started rolling.
Wow, don't you love it when life inverts like that, where
Yeah.
something that was so difficult and so challenging on so many levels reveals this?
Yeah.
What has it given you?
Yeah, so I think, and then from there, it's just given me this amazing, sense of freedom, the sense of achievement. We were chatting about it, and I think there's so many things that we deal with in life, but running is the one thing that really I can put my hat on it and say, this is what I can achieve. So as you're saying, you can say, okay, I want to do a 5K, you work up to the 5K, you smash it, and then, you've achieved that. Whereas a lot of times in life, you're like, did I achieve something?
Yeah.
Am I doing well in my
Always
job?
chasing.
Yeah.
And this is in your control. Your body is in your
Exactly.
control. The miles are in your control. So I can now understand why you would feel the need to open this up to other people. What has the response been like with the Trail Chasers? And what was the motivation to kind of widen the circle, if you will?
Yeah, so as I was saying, I got into road running and I struggled a lot with that as a beginner. But then moving on to the trails, it was a whole nother experience.
Literally
and
a different world.
A different world. And as you've kind of said, previously, that there's so many levels to it and there's so many barriers to entry. But I think once I found that I had a basic knowledge of it, that whole world just opened up. Yeah. But it's very intimidating in the beginning.
So that does help then to have a tribe, to have your people around you to guide you into that space. We've got space. We've got so many amazing trails, and not all of them are like grade 10. I don't even know how you grade a trail, but I would imagine there are spaces that are ideal for beginners. So what advice would you have for those wanting to join the circle?
Yeah, so I think for me, it's, I think obviously number one is listen to the podcast, because the idea behind the podcast is a beginner's guide to trail running. So we've got everything from your nutrition to your shoes to, as you say, grading the trails, where you can run. So that's number one. But the other thing is take it easy, take it slow. You don't need to be a 100-mile runner on day one. As we've kind of said, join a tribe, join a community. There's a run every single day of the week in Cape Town, in a different part of Cape Town on the trails. So join one of those, and that's your kind of first step into it.
That I would imagine is gonna possibly unlock the second half of your life, because the joy of the endurance athletes and the guys hitting the trails, you're peaking in your 40s, you're peaking older, because there is so much more you can do with your body in those spaces. But I got to ask, because you've now done a deep dive, what's the best piece of trail running advice you've received through the podcast? What has been the most valuable gem you've taken?
Yeah, every single episode, it's like it blows my mind, But I think it's that exact one that, you can stick on a level and you can just, slowly progress. And it's all about your own journey. Even if you're doing it with, even if you're doing it with 1,000 other people, and that's the beauty of trail running, is you could be with 1,000 people but be totally alone. So it's your own journey, and always bring it back to yourself. Always bring it back to, this is my journey. And as we were saying before we came on air, just be 1 kilometer better than yesterday, and then and focus on that rather than anything else that you're doing.
The long game, and there must be something very powerfully motivational from an intellectual. There's a meditative element when you're out there. There are layers to this. Now that you've got this wonderful foundation, you're doing big things within trail running, which is a powerful notion. What would you like your impact to be? Where would you like to take this?
Yeah, so I often say, like, if I can get 500 people into trail running because of the podcast, job done, happiness. I mean, obviously it will be 10 times, if I can get 5,000, 10,000, because as I said, I believe that once you get past that beginner stage, it's a game changer. Listen to one season of the podcast and you'll be on your way.
Foundation.
So that's the goal, yeah.
Finally, a piece of advice for anyone hitting the 2 oceans. It's a different beast. I absolutely loved it. I found it, funny enough, a little bit easier than some of the other shorter distances because of the vibe, because of the people. Maybe it was the boiled potatoes on the sidelines. But what advice do you have for those warriors out there over the weekend?
Yeah, I think obviously road and trail are pretty different, but there's one piece of advice, there's 2. So one is obviously, number one is just have fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be your first race. You're never going to have a first race again. So just have fun, no time pressures, just enjoy it. And then the second thing is make sure you know all the information. The ostrich in the sand is not the best approach. And your brain, you think, oh, my brain's not going to know. If I just go in there blind, my brain will be fine. But if you tell your brain enough of the information, that's where you build up the confidence. So as long as you know exactly what you're in for, how long it's going to take, what you need, and have that all planned out, you'll be sorted.
And nipple plasters.
Yes, 100%.
And nipple plasters, then you're
100%.
sorted. Buddy, I love what you are doing in your space. It's amazing to me that you've only been doing this for a couple of years and you've got this kind of impact. So I think I've no doubt the podcast is going to be a massive, massive success. But on your personal journey, and keep enjoying it, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me.
Chewing up the miles.
Yeah, and as I said, listen to the podcast, get into the sport, and don't look at it as a big, scary thing. Look at it as a chilled run in Newlands Forest. Get started there and, your world will open up.
And with mates. And you can find those mates at The Trail Chasers, an amazing new podcast and a resource, I think, for all runners. But specifically, if you're hitting the trail, they will have the knowledge, the vital knowledge you need to get going.
Oh my goodness, I feel all fueled up. Maybe I can take on this 10K. I don't know. Do you think a month of running practice will get me there? We'll see. But that is my fitness goal for 2025, at least the first half of the year. And that is why we put it to you, Feel Good Fam, to ask you this one question. Big or small, what is the fitness goal that you are currently chasing? And we told you to let us know across our socials and, of course, on that WhatsApp line if you want to send a voice note. Well, Nama Bana said good morning to our awesome Expresso teams. Good morning, Nama. You guys are the express route to our fitness goals. Thank you for the motivation. And yes, we got kick-started with Dean giving you all that motivation. So I hope, Nama, you will definitely take some notes there. Kelly Jonas saying, good morning, Expresso Morning Show. Good morning, Kelly. A fitness goal that I'm currently chasing is to aim for 10,000 steps a day. Kelly, let me tell you, walking is the best thing to really get your system kick-started. And to get that motivation going, it starts on 5K, then you move to 7, and then next thing you know, 10K is as easy as ever. So good luck to you on that journey. Mark Gavin saying, good morning, Expresso Show. Hello, family. My small fitness goal is the seesaw at Camps Bay. So convenient and fun for both partners. Oh, I love that, Mark. And there you are with yourself. Hopefully your partner's taking the photo on the other side. Absolutely love that. You look fitness ready is all I'm saying. You look like you could take it on, Mark. Maybe we'll see you on the road soon. Sinemiene saying, good morning, fam. Have a wonderful day. My small fitness is to stretch my legs. Oh, the power of stretching. I've learned it. I've definitely learned it. The older I'm getting, the knees aren't the same. The elbows are cracking now. Stretching is definitely the way to go. Graham, I don't know if you've got your morning stretches in. I sure do hope so.
Every day getting up a chair is kind of a stretch for me. I think my kids have now started mimicking my moans and groans, but it's the little movements and you just got to keep moving. Of course, after the break, we're going to get into a very big movement. In fact, people using the Two Oceans Marathon for an incredibly good cause, and we'll get into their personal journey in just a moment. It's going to be an absolute, I think, a wonderful opportunity. And then we have got the Ultimate Beauty event sponsored by ABSA, an opportunity to hit that glow on another level. And we'll let the shine begin on the other side of this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back on this beautiful Thursday morning. Yes, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are delving out the motivation as if it's Monday. Because listen to this, the Two Oceans Marathon is more than just a race, okay? It is a journey of endurance, of purpose, and of course, of heart. And this year, 32 runners are hitting the road for a cause that's truly special. Running under the banner of hashtag Sweat for Sam, they're raising funds for Footprints for Sam, a charity founded by Melissa and Fred Platt, in memory of their beloved son. Now, every step they take honors Sam's legacy, supporting children with life-limiting illnesses and also bringing hope to families across South Africa. And today we dive into this incredible initiative and the powerful impact it's making. So please, can we give them a feel-good welcome? It's Melissa and Fred Platt. Yes, I was getting goosebumps just reading that, because the incredible work that you are doing in honor of your son is so wonderful and definitely worthy of singing from the rooftops. I mean, already taking on a marathon is a tough thing, but now you're doing it with meaning. So tell me more about that.
Gosh, where to start? Do you want to start?
Well, yeah, I think right at the beginning, you know, our son Sam was born, and the Two Oceans has always been part of it. So even before he was born, we were down in Cape Town, in fact, for our last holiday before Sam was born. And Melissa ended up in hospital in Cape Town.
And Fred said to me, do you remember? He said, I'm sure it's just that spaghetti bolognese you ate. And I was feeling terrible. And I said, I think it's more serious than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I went and ran, and Melissa. So Sam kind of has always been part of the Two Oceans. And then obviously, since Sam has passed away, it became part of the purpose. In fact, while Sam was in hospital, the one thing that I could do as his dad, because it's quite difficult, you know, as a dad, you're powerless. And yeah, so the one thing I could do was run and raise money.
Of course. And that was more than anybody could ask for. Nobody wants to be put in that situation, and the most you could do was that, and that's the best you could do at the end of the day. So thank you for honoring him in that way, and also honoring yourself. I think that was such a beautiful choice to have made. Can we get into talking, Melissa, maybe a little bit more about the impact it's not only had on the two of you, but also on the families and children that also may be going through similar experiences?
Absolutely. So Fred always says his plumbing went wrong after Sam died, and we talk together, but the tears are always there, so don't worry about us.
No, please, I'm with you on that. I was like, oh, give me a tissue.
So Footprints for Sam, as Fred said, Sam was born, he was very prim. That holiday, it was 2015, and everything just went very wrong, and it was my first pregnancy. But as a mom, you know, and that is part of Sam's legacy, is how do we give parents a voice? How do we make sure that as a parent, if you know that something's wrong with your child, if you know something's wrong with your pregnancy, that your voice is heard, that you are seen and listened to, because that's so powerful, especially when it comes to saving your child's life when they are so preemie. Sam, we didn't know if he would make it through the night. He did. He was a warrior. He was a fighter. For 13 and a half months, we were in one hospital. We moved him to Cape Town, so here we are again. And it was almost like that was the full circle. But very sadly, he died at 15 and a half months. And no parent should ever have to go through that. So that's what Footprints for Sam is about, is how do we come alongside parents so that they have the support that we felt we didn't have. And even though we had a private, privileged journey, there was just so much that went horribly, horribly wrong. And we looked at all of those elements of care and thought, how do we fill that? And Footprints for Sam has 6 key initiatives. And all of the runners, it's actually 65 to date.
Oh, my goodness.
So we've doubled. And I know a few have fallen out with injuries and COVID and all sorts of terrible things, but we're going to have 65 runners at least on the road in Footprints for Sam colours.
Oh, I love that.
Breath is life. Because Sam couldn't breathe. He was on a ventilator all of his life, on and off, intubated then with a trachea. And our programs, we have a transport program, which takes children from the townships to the hospital. Red Cross Children's Hospital, Tygerberg, Grooteskier, and clinics, and Pete's Pal, which is another palliative organisation we work with. And these children are children that otherwise weren't making their appointments because parents couldn't afford transport. And that was inspired because when we were at Red Cross Children's Hospital, children were alone. And we just felt children shouldn't be alone, especially not dying alone or sick alone. So that's the transport initiative. We've transported over 13,500 passengers to date. And that's very limited per vehicle. They're not crammed in. It's not a taxi. And we have buckets of food, buckets of love, buckets of toiletries, because children need food. They need to be able to thrive. And often children were going home with nothing. Then we have a Wi-Fi program because you need to communicate when you're in hospital. And that was when Fred and I were touring Red Cross when Sam was still alive, and this little boy was saying, Sister Jane, I need data. And we were like, why do you need data? And his parents had passed away. His only living relative, and his granny just died, was his uncle, And he couldn't communicate with him unless he had data. He was in the Eastern Cape. So that was the Wi-Fi program. Then we have a support program, support for parents, and very importantly, the health professionals themselves. Because their emotional well-being is so key. That bedside manner you hear about, we need to make sure it's there. And they need to be well and whole and not so brokenhearted to be able to do
It's that conversation. Where does the therapist go when they need
Exactly.
help? Where do the
Exactly.
healthcare workers go?
Yeah.
Can I just say you guys are doing such a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I mean, to have taken something, a tragedy, and turned it into service for others is so beautiful. And that's exactly why I started with goosebumps. The tears are going to come. I know Graham's probably feeling emotional in the kitchen as well. It is just such beautiful work that you are doing. And all the best for the marathon. My goodness, you're also taking on another thing that I know is definitely going to be a success, all things considered. So we really appreciate that. And all those details, Expresso fam, will be on our social media to go ahead and support. It is, of course, Footprints for Sam. And yes, we are taking that step in the right and good direction.
Now, we know trail running pushes your limits, but recovery is just as important as the run itself. Whether you're tackling rugged trails or taking on steep climbs, citrus soda helps you stay refreshed and ready for your next adventure. All right, so we've teamed up with Citrus Soda, your go-to solution for balancing acidity in the body, to bring you a delicious recipe that promotes gut health and overall well-being, and it is too easy, in fact, to make. So let's whip up a delicious, nutrient-packed alkaline power bowl. Dean, I'm going to ask you straight out the bat, okay?
Yeah.
As a trail runner, Dean Horwitz obviously has an incredible podcast, The Trail Chasers. And I would imagine this is like an everyday thing for you. So it's not just about getting the miles in, it's about the nutrition, it's about the whole picture, yeah?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think they say the most important thing is actually nutrition, because it's something that people neglect. And then when you get to kilometer 25 and you're suddenly like struggling, you're like, oh wait, I need some food in my body. So it's so
fuel
important.
is vital, and there is still space to play with stuff that you enjoy. So we have, and our foodie team have gone out of their way now to, this is a Super Bowl of bowls, okay? We are going to create something that's got so many beautiful little points, and you can do it however you like. So you're going to be compiling, my friend.
Wow, okay.
And you can create in whatever, I suppose, ticks the boxes for you. Do you eat with your eyes? Are you kind of a nutritionalist first? Just grab what I know my body needs? How do you need to approach a meal?
Yeah, I think with when you're in that sort of trail running space, you kind of figure out what your body needs, and then it's hard to switch off that mode. It's like you're always in that mode, so you're always, exactly.
You know
exactly.
the fallouts and the repercussions.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to start. We've got obviously our quinoa, which is a beautiful base, and we're going to start loading up. We've got tomato, we've got our baby spinach, and then we've got a beautiful lime or lemon infused tahini, which is just magic. Chickpeas, avo, and beautifully julienned, and I woke up early to do that.
Okay, amazing, thank you.
Little ribbons there. And you can start compiling. I always try and get it as close to the foodies as possible, but you can let your own eye guide you. Where do you think you want to start?
Where do you usually start? Like, do you go color-wise, or do you go,
I think I'm the same as you. I'm like, tick the boxes.
Yeah.
So I want a nice solid base. I'm thinking maybe the chickpeas now, I'm just color blocking.
That. Are we pouring, or are we using...
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
It's your cooking show, Dean.
There we
you
go.
can go crazy.
You can clearly see I'm not very good at this, but yeah, then I think let's go tomato.
Okay.
For just like, so we can get that in there. I think tomato is always a good base.
I also love the flavor profile. I've, to be honest, started looking at vegetables more as medicine than food. It feels like at the moment, where from that very notion of when you're using your body and you need particular things, you need the vitamins and stuff, don't think of that as the fuel, think of that as the medicine.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to approach, because everything there's a reason why we are attracted to these things. Let's go for our baby spinach.
There we go.
Very high in iron. We absolutely love that. And in fact, we've got some powerhouses in here. So we've got the whole grain, and I think the whole grains provide the fiber, obviously, veggies packed with the nutrients, and then the healthy fats that come in the avocado that support really good digestion. We love that. But here's a kicker. Cooked quinoa or brown rice gives that sustained energy and is easy on digestion. So it's just happy for your tummy. And then tomatoes, especially cherry tomatoes, and cooling cucumber, high in antioxidants that help keep the body alkaline. I like that. Maybe some avo.
There we go.
And a bit of cucumber.
Can I use a spoon for this one?
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Cool. There we go.
Oh, and we've been playing around with a lot of lime and lemon dressings. And I think that's something, if you're going to go healthy, don't forget the flavor. You can still inject a lot of spice, a lot of flavor. Don't kind of hold back. There we go.
There we go.
And then we can round it off with our beautiful lemon or
Little Salt
lime-infused
Bay.
tahini. Yeah. There we go. Look at that.
There we go.
Absolutely beautiful. I'd try that, dude. You could even sell that to me. Okay, I love that. And it really is as simple as that. So if you are going to be tackling a long run, what's your normal kind of go-to breakfast?
Oh, geez, it's peanut butter
Really?
and jam on white bread.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, so when you're kind of running, you want to focus on sort of simple carbs, just like pure energy. So, yeah, nothing too complex or too difficult. So, yeah, straight up peanut butter, white bread, jam.
That's my jam.
Yeah, exactly. Smash that. And then, and then usually just a bit of a carb drink before we kind of start the run.
And you take on the miles. Buddy, I'm so
Exactly.
impressed with what you and your gorgeous wife are achieving in your space. I love this. Why do you run Notion? What day are you on?
So I'm on
incidentally?
day 159 today. Wow. And yeah, so I've been calling people every single day for the last 159 days and asking them why they run. And it's been fascinating. So it's been like you would think everyone answers the same thing.
It's a fitness thing, but
Yeah,
it's not.
no, it's been incredible. And just the journeys that people are on is unbelievable.
I have a feeling you're going to have to write your own name on your cap somewhere, because I think you are the reason why a lot of people, we've heard it in studio already,
Yeah.
why a lot of people have been inspired. So, buddy, we absolutely love you guys.
Thank
Keep
you very
it
much.
up. I'm going to
Thank
give you a
you.
quick cheers here
Cheers.
as well. What makes the bowl extra special is that it keeps our bodies balanced. And I think balance on every level is what we're looking for. And sometimes our diets can lead to excess acidity, which can cause a lot of discomfort and then further problems down the line. And that's where citrus soda comes in to help neutralize excess acid, supporting digestion and overall wellness. So who doesn't have an easier way to win some cash or doesn't love that? We love it on the show. And you stand the chance of winning. Get this. 5,000 Rand. How you do it, you're going to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us if hydration can help with heartburn. How many glasses of water do you think or do you drink a day? It's complex, it might be loaded, it might be a trick. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to include hashtag citrus soda. That competition closes Monday the 7th of April at midnight. But you can find T's and C's on expressoshow.com. I'm going to cheers you again.
Cheers.
And I'll cheers you guys at home.
If heartburn, indigestion, or UTIs are slowing you down, well, citrus soda is here to bring you relief and a chance to win 5,000 Rand every week right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, and entering is easy. Simply head over to Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram and answer the weekly question and include that hashtag citrus soda in your answer.
Yeah, and don't let the burn hold you back. Enter now, and you could be our next big winner. T's and C's apply.
Ooh, Mzansi, I am crossing fingers for you. I hope you win, but remember, you can't win unless you enter, so go and do the right thing. Can I tell you something about today's menu? And honestly and truly, you need to stick around for it, which is why I can tell you about some nice things that are on the way. First and foremost, we get a beautiful look into SA's Ultimate Beauty event that happened not too long ago, brought to you by ABSA Rewards, and I can't wait for you to have some insight into it. I was there, and it was incredible. But something that I missed and I didn't get to be there was the pink table. Friend, this is a tradition that goes global, and I cannot wait to have an inside look with the eyes of Expresso to see what went down, because I saw it all over social media. But today, we get all of the details 100% right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's jump on into a short ad break, and we'll be back after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If there's one truth that remains, it is that beauty isn't about perfection. It's about embracing your individuality and telling your story. Now, Take a Lot's House of Beauty is South Africa's must-attend event, bringing together iconic brands, beauty lovers, and industry experts for an unforgettable experience. And thanks to ABSA Rewards, our girl Ayanda had a front row seat to live demos, masterclasses, interactive beauty zones, and exclusive gift bags. An inspiring celebration of self-expression and confidence awaits us. Let's have a look.
At the Take a Lot House of Beauty Fair, proudly sponsored by ABSA, we believe that beauty is not about fitting in, it's about standing out. So tag along as we redefine beauty and your true essence. Today we are at the Take a Lot House of Beauty Fair, proudly sponsored by ABSA. Please, can you tell us what it's all about?
It's really about bringing amazing women and gents together to enjoy beautiful lifestyle demos, a lot of amazing samples from beauty brands and lifestyle brands, but also some really cool masterclasses that go from beauty to financials, and even lots of prizes to be won.
So today's not just about, financial conversations. We're also talking about beauty and how we can, each and every one of us can embrace our very own unique beauty.
I've really just dived into spending more time with myself and understanding who I am as a person, what I like, what my body needs, and doing that has poured great rewards into my life. Your day-to-day choices really do reflect the life that you want to live and what the result of that is going to be.
Financial literacy is important for one's beauty goals, right? Because at ABSA, we believe in the brand statement that says your story matters. So each and every one of us as ABSA customers, as South Africans, as Africans, need to embrace our beauty. So it starts with understanding what your goals are. And it could be multiple goals: buying a home, buying a car, paying for school fees for your children. But it also means being able to take care of yourself in the process. Because as you get more confident in how you show up in the world, you have the ability to do more.
My definition of beauty has definitely evolved over the years, because growing up, I didn't see a representation of myself, and I didn't imagine that I'd be a model, a supermodel today. I feel that beauty is about celebrating your unique identity, celebrating what makes you unique and different. So once you find what helps you stand out, it's what should be your main focus, because it's who you are and what defines you.
ABSA is all about empowering stories, and this weekend is all about women and gents looking at what makes them unique about their personalities, their beauty, because beauty is not single-minded anymore. It's all about self-expression, it's about your confidence, and really owning what you believe makes you unique. At ABSA, we believe your story matters, and we want people this weekend to really tell us their unique stories, because we want to celebrate them and celebrate their uniqueness.
The reason it's so important for ABSA to, sponsor and partner with brands to have events such as this is so that we are enriched. And with this beauty festival, we're reminded that even in our financial savviness, we can reward ourselves with our lifestyle and beauty aspirations.
As ABSA Rewards, we want to partner with Take a Lot just to celebrate everybody's uniqueness. And you'll see there's lots of beauty brands around. We're giving away cash to empower our customers, for their stories to matter and their beauty stories.
My favorite part of the Take a Lot House of Beauty experience has to be the ABSA booth, where we had the opportunity to put red lipstick on. I truly believe that red is the color that goes best with my skin tone, and I feel absolutely fabulous.
So we have the red lip activation, and it's really just to bring out your beauty and define you. And showcase our brand, and you then get an opportunity. If you're an ABSA customer, you get to spin the wheel twice. There's 10,000 Rand cash, and there's lots of Take a Lot vouchers on there.
Winning the 500 Rand voucher, it feels good. I'm really, really happy that I won the money. I definitely know what I'm going to be buying at Take a Lot. I broke an iron this morning, so I'm going to be buying a brand new iron with the voucher.
What an exceptional day of rubbing shoulders with the best in the business. I am feeling inspired, confident, and ready to show off my unique beauty. And I hope that you are ready to do the same.
My goodness, my FOMO has never hit as hard as it's hitting right now. That event looked absolutely stunning. And I know one of our own girls besides Ayanda was there. Zanele, come on, where was my invitation? What's going on?
Darling, you know, the problem is I was just focusing on being the host. You know what I mean? I was hosting day one, so I couldn't think about tickets and things like that. I love you. I'll invite you to the next one. And I've been hearing, you know, little rumors about the fact that it might come to Cape Town soon. So maybe I'll need to come and join you in Cape Town. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Can you imagine the both of us looking fantastic? You taking to the stage, me supporting you, going, go Zanele! Come on, what a day. What a beautiful, beautiful day that would be, and I definitely look forward to that. I mean, Zanele is just a superstar, and us in a beauty space would take over the entire mother city. For now, though, moving from beauty all the way into sports, we're going to get into something good.
Carissa, I take exception at that. I think the beauty is still here. I think it has stood right beside me. Chandler Clough is here. Nothing like a young Olympian just stepping into studio, doing amazing things. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, lovely to see you guys, man.
Oh, man. How are you?
I'm good, guys. It is a bit early, like I said, but I'm super happy to be here. I have to correct you there. If my father was here, you'd have to say the beauty is here.
Oh, there we go.
I'm the second Leclerc, you know what I mean?
I feel like we all became your father. After that time, all of us jumped into that seat, man. We love you guys. We love the fact that Chad is now pouring back. He has purpose, and he is making sure that young swimmers can plug into this kind of magic. So we'll get into the next phase of his journey right now on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That is right. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are still delving into so much goodness right now. Some of the most beautiful traditions are born from simple moments like the joy of gathering with your best friends to connect, to share stories, and of course, to celebrate life. And one such occasion has now grown beyond borders, taking a much-loved local experience to the rest of the world, because we're global, baby, and it is called the Pink Table. It's becoming a global movement rooted in the power of connection. And joining us on the couch today today is the beautiful Candice van den Bosch, the brand director, to tell us more about this incredible journey. So Candice, welcome. Thank you for looking the part.
Thank you.
Yes, we're representing beauty and I absolutely am here for it. So tell me a bit more about the pink table. I mean, the name in and of itself is so intriguing. Where did this come from?
Yeah, it's an evolution and an elevation of Spritzer Saturdays. But more than that, we like to refer to it as a global movement because it's us creating spaces for authentic connection.
Come on.
And what we've seen is that we want to celebrate women being able to take a seat at the table and belong exactly as they are.
Yes.
Because we are multifaceted and we are multidimensional. You can be both bold and tender.
Sure.
You can be both ambitious and content, strong yet soft. And so we want to acknowledge that and celebrate that way of being. And that's what we want for our ladies because they are brutally beautiful.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that. And I'm so here for that duality. Can we please create spaces where both can exist at the same time? Because humans and women in particular are very complicated. So since the launch of the pink table, what has the resonance been like for the women on the ground? I mean, have people received this, said, it's about time, Candice, thank you for giving us this?
Yeah, the response has been amazing. We officially launched it to the media yesterday. And I think just inherently, women really crave connection and community. And I think they've seen our previous Spritzer Saturday events as spaces where they can come and they can just truly be themselves. You know, it's not about status. It's not about exclusivity. It's about energy and joy and connection. And that's what we want to celebrate with this global movement of Pink Table.
I absolutely love that. Can I tell you, I've been scrolling through my social media and anytime a Spritzer Saturday post comes up, I'm like, oh my goodness, it feels like I'm there because it's just so tangible. All of that, like you said, connectivity and really celebrating one another is just so apparent. So thank you for that. And thank you for creating that space. And now that space is going global. Please tell us about this Paris stuff because yes, Paris, baby, in the city of love, women are still going to be celebrated.
Yes, I think I need to rewind a bit to get to that part.
Yes, tell me the story.
So the amazing thing about Brutal Fruit is that we have gone into Greater Africa and we've gone global. You know, in 2020, we went next door to Eswatini, Lesotho, and Namibia. We then expanded to Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique. More recently to Ghana last year and now Tanzania. But our global success story that not many people actually know about is that we are fully entrenched now in Brazil, the UK, and China. And the plan is that although the Pink Table has started here in South Africa, our flagship, it's the first leg of Pink Table, it will be replicated and it will also go to Brazil. It will go to the UK and it will go to China. And the most exciting thing is that at the end of the year, in the beginning of October, we are all going to culminate from people from all of these other countries at Paris Fashion Week.
Oh my goodness, are you hearing this, Feel Good fam? All I have to ask is, can I get a seat at your table, please, Candice? Oh my goodness, because this is the sentiment. Many people are going to look at that going, I want to be part of this thing. And outside of Paris, can they? How do we actually embrace being part of the Pink Table?
So 2 lucky consumers will be able to win an all expenses paid trip to Paris. And that's what we love about it, is that we are a brand that is all about accessibility. And we want to provide the opportunity to have access to this beautiful, classy lifestyle that you desire.
Beautiful. Candice, just the lasting words. What do you hope that women take away from this movement that you guys are creating?
I hope they take away that they can be exactly as they are and belong exactly as how they feel.
Yes.
You don't have to be just one-dimensional. You can be both. And I hope that they celebrate that and celebrate the sisterhood that Brutal Fruit has provided, because at the end of the day, we're not just a drink, we're a feeling, we're a connection. We are that sisterhood.
Oh my goodness, sisterhood is what I'm here for. Being a girl's girl, a certified one as that, I definitely am here for the celebration of all things to do with women in every form, in every way, and exactly where you are right now. Thank you so much for spreading the good love and the word. We love you, and I'll see you in Paris.
Au revoir.
Oh, we can all dream. It is almost 7 o'clock, so I think time to jump onto those national and international news headlines. Let's start here in South Africa, where we as a country, in fact, are pursuing diplomatic efforts to mitigate the economic fallout of looming U.S. tariffs on vehicle imports, which will see a 25% levy imposed today. So the automotive industry, heavily reliant on exports under the AGOA agreement, faces some significant losses. Meanwhile, a DIRCO delegation led by Director General Zane Dangor met U.S. officials to clarify misconceptions on human rights and land expropriation policies. And despite the challenges, spokesperson Yamkela Fanisi remains hopeful that trade discussions will reinforce South Africa's strategic economic partnership with the U.S., but clearly a critical gateway right now. Now, Parliament has passed the 2025 fiscal framework by a narrow majority, despite opposition to the 0.5% VAT increase set for the 1st of next month. So the Democratic Alliance rejected the proposal, prompting the ANC to seek support from parties outside the Government of National Unity, including Action SA. And the National Treasury has been given 30 days to explore alternatives to tax hikes and adjust personal income tax brackets. House Chairperson Cedric Frolick announced the final vote, 194 in favour, 182 against, with no abstentions. Now, casting a wider gaze on the international front, but still with an American connection, US President Donald Trump is set to announce sweeping tariffs on what he calls Liberation Day today, raising fears of a global trade war. So the measures could impose duties of 20 to 25% on imports, with retaliation anticipated from the EU, Canada and Mexico. And White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she confirmed the tariffs would take effect immediately. So critics warn of economic turmoil, but Trump insists they will benefit American workers. And trading partners are scrambling for last-minute negotiations while preparing their countermeasures. So again, a very critical gateway we find ourselves in. Now, we stay with an American connection as 3 US citizens convicted for their role in the failed 2024 coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo have had their death sentences commuted to life imprisonment. So President Felix Tshisekedi issued the order 6 months after their sentencing. And the coup, led by opposition figure Christian Malanga, saw 6 people killed before Malanga was shot dead, resisting arrest. And among those convicted was Malanga's son, Marcel, a US citizen. And the decision follows international pressure over Congo's use of the death penalty. Now, after 7 years of sniffing out tuberculosis, Carolina, a giant pouched rat, retired with a party and her very own cake. And she deserved it. Trained by the Anti-Personnel Landmines Detection Product Development Organization at a field clinic in Tanzania, she and her fellow rats have helped to detect over 400,000 TB cases. That is incredible, saving countless lives, obviously. And while human tests often miss infections, these sharp-nosed rodents, they boost detection rates by 40%, screening in just 20 minutes, what takes scientists 4 days. So intelligent, docile, and even easier to train than some dogs, they've earned the place as invaluable colleagues. And here's a beautiful quote: "They're not just rats, they're our beloved colleagues," says neuroscientist Cindy Fast. With every sniff, these little heroes are saving lives. Oh, I have a feeling this one's going to break the internet today, and that's okay. Well, it's not always a rat's life. Sometimes it can get even worse in sports. So let's get the tail of the tape with Carissa.
Oh, thank you so much, Gray. That was absolutely amazing. I definitely can see that breaking the internet going forward today. But for now, though, let's shift our focus into your footballing action first, where Stellenbosch FC coach Steve Barker was satisfied as his team secured a goalless draw against defending champions Zamalek in their CAF Confederation Cup quarter-final first leg at the DHL Stadium yesterday. Now, the evenly contested match leaves everything to play for in the return leg in Cairo next Wednesday. We'll definitely keep our eyes on that as we look further afield over the pond, in fact, at Liverpool, who edged Everton 1-0 in a scrappy Merseyside derby on Wednesday, with Diogo Jota scoring the winner to restore their 12-point lead over Arsenal in the Premier League title race. Now, Everton remains 15th with 34 points. Meanwhile, Jack Grealish netted his first league goal in 16 months as Manchester City eased past Leicester City 2-0 at the Etihad, keeping their Champions League qualification hopes alive. Well, what is happening in the world of rugby? Well, women are at the forefront, where rugby fans in Gauteng and the Eastern Cape can look forward to top-tier action as the Springbok women take on the world number 2 Canada in curtain raisers ahead of the Springboks clashes with Italy at Loftus Versfeld and Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, and that is happening on the 5th to the 12th of July. Following the Canada series, the Bok women will also face New Zealand Black Ferns 15 in 2 matches in South Africa, with details to be announced very soon. Well, in your cricketing news, Mohammad Siraj 3 for 19 and Jos Buttler 73 not out led the Gujarat Titans to a commanding 8-wicket victory over the Royal Challengers Bengaluru in their IPL clash. RCB struggled to 169 for 7 after being put to bat, and the Titans chased down the target comfortably, reaching 170 for 2 with 13 balls to spare. Sai Sudaharsan contributed 49 runs, while Butler's explosive 73 off 39 balls, featuring 5 fours and 6 sixes, sealed the win. And that is where we close up your sporting headlines for this hour. Let's head into your world of roads and as well as weather with Sanele.
Oh yes, Mzansi, let's get you through those roads safely. Starting off in Gauteng, Diepkloof. There's been a motor vehicle accident, unfortunately, on the N12 eastbound at Diepkloof interchange. Please, there are restricted lanes over there and it is causing slow-moving traffic, so you may want to take an alternative route or make some time for your commute. Then in Cape Town, Milnerton, heavy congestion is being experienced on the south of the N7 at the N1 inbound ramp. Over there, motorists are advised to add extra travel time, but you should be able to get through at some point. Right about now, let's jump on into a little bit of what we call your weather. The South African Weather Service has actually warned of more severe rain and flooding today, issuing a yellow level 2 alert for thunderstorms across Gauteng, the Northern Cape, Northwest, as well as Free State, with risks to infrastructure and livelihoods. Mpumalanga's Highveld faces disruptive rainfall and localized flooding. Meanwhile, extreme fire danger is expected along the Northern Cape coast, while very hot and uncomfortable conditions continue in Namakwa, as well as Cape Town and the Winelands until Sunday. Authorities urge residents to please stay cautious amid the dual threats of storms as well as soaring temperatures. Right now, let's jump on into my favorite part. I always tell you this. It is your sunrise view. What is your side of life looking like, huh? What did you wake up to this morning? Well, my friend, what did Heidi from St. James, Cape Town wake up to? Well, Heidi, you have done the things that need to be done. This picture right here looks like it's almost a picture of a movie. It looks like it's the cover of a book. It's absolutely stunning. It is the blue mixing with the yellow and the orange, and I'm just obsessed. And Heidi, you of course can expect a 26 degrees Celsius where you are today, but I think you've already put a smile on the rest of the country's face, so I hope the sun shines extra bright just for you, my lovely. We want to see yours though, Mzansi, on 063-408-8863. Let's see your sunrise view right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. For us today, we always need to make sure you dress the right way. So let's jump on into those temperatures.
48 minutes ago.
Listen, right now we're jumping into something that I believe is going to make your day. Because, friend, why wouldn't you want to win? This is why we always put you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And this is why I need to tell you, Disky lovers, Play Sports take 8 fixture list 863 for an estimated jackpot of over 1.6 million rand this Thursday. And you could score big. The fixture list closes at 7:30 p.m. So what are you waiting for? You still got some time. Go and do the things that need to be done. And what you can do is play any Sports Day game now in store or on nationallottery.co.za, the website, or on your mobile app. Or you can just do the small thing of just heading on over, my friend, to the website easily. But of course, it's all in the name of you standing a chance to earn bragging rights to be in your game. I wish you all of the best. And here's to you, hopefully taking home a little bit of winnings over there. Right now, though, what's happening in the mother city? Well, my friends, are you guys still good?
I'm glad she looks like a movie star this morning because we've got that kind of star quality in studio. Chandler Chloe is here. We've already asked him how he is and he's tired, okay? So please send some nice messages, some encouraging messages. Now, he took part in what sounds like the most amazing swimming clinic. Was it awesome, dude?
It was amazing. Guys, it was incredible.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. We've done a few of these, but yesterday was really special.
Wow.
Had a lot of kids from the community. We had some kids from the French school, but yeah, shout out to everyone who was there.
Oh, man.
Thanks
Well, we'll get into the details of that in just a moment.
Absolutely. I can't wait for that. In fact, we also need to be talking about a fitness watch. And Grant Hines is going to come here to see if it actually fits Chad's wrist. I don't know. We're going to find out soon.
You're going to fight Omega for that.
It was you kind of set yourself up for that one, baby.
I didn't see that he was wearing one. I was going to hook you up, but that's all right. Grant Hines will do exactly that on the other side of this.
We'll be right on time.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I don't even think you're ready for this, all right? So please brace yourselves for something good. Yesterday, Olympic champion Chad Leclos made waves at Milnerton High School out in the Mother City, hosting an inspiring swimming clinic that gave young athletes, some from underprivileged backgrounds, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to train with him, from hands-on coaching to confidence-boosting drills, and also, of course, a powerful motivational talk. It was a day these swimmers will never forget ever. Now the champion himself joins us in studio to share more about this incredible experience and his passion for giving back. Please, let's put our hands together for Chad Leclos! I love it. Can I tell you something? If I was a boy, my name would have been Chad. So I just feel like it's written in the stars that I could have been an athlete.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have it down to a T, waking up early, so I think that's
Thank
half
you.
the job for swimming anyway, you know?
And have we not agreed? We didn't pinky promise on it that you're going to teach me how to butterfly.
Exactly.
I'm going to teach you how to wake up at 4 a.m.
There we go, there we go.
You see, this is how we do it on your Feel Good show. Chad, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I want to get into talking about giving back. I mean, I feel like the work you do is already work of service, you know, serving your country on huge stages and even local stages. But now you've taken a step further into the space of purpose. So tell me why you chose to host this swimming clinic out at Milnerton High School.
No, so firstly, a shout out to all the coaches that were there, Milnerton High School. No, it was incredible. We've done a lot of community work over the last 2 years since the foundation's been open. We get a lot of the funding from the mid-mile, you know, so we have a lot of swimmers that swim for us and we raise money for charity. But yeah, I've been trying to get more hands-on, and this year has been a really nice year for me to do that, because taking the year off kind of competitive swimming, a little bit injured at the minute, so really want to get hands-on with helping the communities. And did you know that 75% of our country can't swim?
Sure.
So that's an incredible stat, and I think for me to just give back, swimming has given me so much, and South Africa has given me so much, and I'm just so blessed to be in a position where I can help other people. And my family are heavily involved, so my mom is you know, a qualified coach.
Oh, shout out mom.
Shout out mom, and she flew out for this especially, and yeah, I mean, as you can see, the kids are actually, they do, that's me.
I was going to say, is that the kid or is that you?
But,
I know that stroke.
The kids were amazing, honestly, and I've worked with some of them before. We also had some kids from the French school there, so it was a nice little mix, and honestly, they've improved so much in the last 2 years since I've seen them. So it's great to have a personal relationship with some of them. So I'm really, really happy. Yeah.
Goodness, that must feel so good, going from zero to really swimming powerfully and strongly. 75% is such a huge fact. It's actually a little bit harrowing to me too, because when I think about water safety, I mean, in Cape Town, in Durban, we have beaches and
100%.
we don't want people to go in there not confident. So what is the importance of water safety in the work that you do as well?
No, it's exactly that. I mean, that's why I started initially. So like just before COVID, when we really like got everything sorted, it was mainly about water safety, because we understood that three-quarters of the country can't swim, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, exactly what you said, we have beaches, we have dams, we have pools, we have lakes, we have everything, and it's a tragedy here of kids drowning, you know? And I think if I can just save one life, I've done my job. So yeah, we launched a foundation. We obviously going to do a lot more work in the community itself. I mean, that was at Milnerton High School, and an amazing facility they got there with Cyber Smart Aquatics. But yeah, just like I said, I got an incredible team. I'm working with a lot of great people behind the camera, and yeah, it was great to have you guys there documented. And yeah, anyone wants to get involved, you know where to reach us, and we're doing some really great work. So
yeah, wait, how can people get involved? Because I'm pretty sure right now people in Bloem are going, come over here. Kimberly, their hands are up as well out in Jersey.
No, you can just get through on the foundation website, chadleclosfoundation.com, and yeah, email address chadleclos at Gmail, so it's all easy.
Yeah, and Chad will personally respond to you. He told me that he will. Tell me a bit more about maybe some advice to young people who also want to follow the path that you have, perhaps in their own space, their own field, but reaching the heights that you have. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, representing the country on global stages. We have an Olympian in our midst. How do people even achieve that level of success?
I mean, like I said to the kids yesterday, I was like, at the end of the day, it started with a dream. In 2004, I was a young boy watching Rake and Roland and the boys win the gold medal and stop the Americans, and then obviously at the time Michael Phelps winning 6 golds, and I was an 11-year-old kid. That's all I wanted to be after that. I was like, that's in the dream board. I want to go to the Olympics. I want to try to be Olympic champion, and that's really where it started. I had amazing parents, and I'm blessed to have that, but it's all about the dream, it's all about the belief, and of course there's hard works and sacrifices that go with it, but I'm standing here today because as an 11-year-old kid, that's what I had on the dream board,
I like that. You had a North Star that you just kept going back to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always. I'm still today.
Still to this day.
I'm a pensioner in the game. I'm 33 next week. So I'm very old
shout out
in the
to
swimming
92 babies.
Exactly. But for me, I just want to still be the best that I can be. And that's always what I say to the kids. You know, when you join, you know, we're also launching the Chadwick Academy very soon in Cape Town and around the country. And what I say to the kids is just be the best version of yourself that you can be. It doesn't matter what you want to do afterwards, because swimming gives you such a great foundation with work ethic, discipline. I mean, like we say, we have to wake up early.
Right.
I mean, I've been waking up like you guys for the last 12, 13 years. I mean, like I say, I'm a bully now, you know. So
Not a bully.
I get to push it to 8, 9 o'clock now, you know what I mean? But
you deserve it.
At the end of the day, it's about those sacrifices that you, and those boxes that you tick as a youngster that make you successful when you're older.
I love that. Okay, so Uncle Chad, now I can call you.
Chad.
Here's a fun one for you. So obviously we know you're lightning fast in water, but when it comes to other water activities, have you ever tried things like surfing, polo? Have you experimented anywhere there?
Guys,
Synchronized swimming, maybe?
Guys, the polo. So when I was in high school at Westfall, the boys used to call me the Cobra. So I used to pick up the ball like this.
Oh my goodness.
You know the polo players are. But I used to take the ball like this and balk like this. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
dance move waiting to happen.
I mean, you don't want to see my dance moves. Yeah, so I played a bit of polo in high school. I mean, I was obviously a good swimmer, so they, you know, forced me in on the wing. But yeah, I was very bad at every other sport besides swimming. I played soccer a little bit when I was a kid. But yeah, surfing I actually love doing. So I still surf when I'm in Durban, Cape Town. Hey, the Sharks. Yeah, we don't play.
They would never touch an
play,
Olympian.
guys.
They'd be like,
guys.
oh, not Chad, not
They
Chad.
should have called the Stormers the Sharks and the Stormers Durban, because I don't think the Sharks in Cape Town make me nervous, you know.
Oh, goodness. Well, if Raul was our nature boy, he would definitely convince you otherwise. Our cameraman, Sean, as well, definitely will say, come into the water, Chad. There's some goodness waiting for you. But thank you so much for the work you're doing and how you have served the country and continue to do so in the purposeful work you do.
Thank you, guys.
Chad Leclos, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness. Like you said, those details are on his website. It's, of course, on our social media. Go and check it out and make sure that you support from any part of the country that you might find yourself.
I like how the only guy who can probably outswim a shark is worried about sharks catching him. It's okay. Well, seeing as Chad started the Flash Your Watch game, wearable tech has come a long way, and fitness watches, oh man, they are no longer just step counters. They are very powerful health and performance trackers. Companions, if you will. But with so many options out there, what should we be looking for when choosing the right one? Well, joining us to break it down is professional gamer and tech enthusiast Grant Hines, who likes a wearable or two.
I'm so excited about this insert because I am quite a big proponent of smartwatches. This is a collection of my own.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
so these are yours. Because the reason why I say that, because I can remember during the COVID era when you started running and you really embraced that side. And this was very much a big part of your journey, whether it was your music, whether it was your tracking, what you're doing. It works.
These things have come so much further from what I think a lot of people viewed as pedometers.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
These smart pedometers are like, why would I want to track how many steps I take? It's way more than that these days, and the operating systems are bonkers. So a lot of professional people do use them. So you get the high-end Garmin jobbies, which are like 7 days. They're really expensive, but they exist to help you with very intense fitness regimes.
And very nuanced, and we're dealing with like mountaineering and things like that, where the information you need does become quite critical.
Yeah.
But that being said, you don't have to go out there and spend 30 grand on that. I'm going to highlight the Huawei GT, which does a lot of what the Garmin does on my level. And that's the thing, is I'm not a professional mountaineer, I'm not an ultra trail runner running 150 Ks, but this delivers just about everything that I need.
I call this like the mid upper tier range of these. So I've got, this is a Samsung smartwatch 6.
Okay.
And the Watch 6 has got a new operating system on it, which is built into the Google ecosystem. So a lot of people don't know this, but some of the apps that you can download on your phone are accessible by your smartwatches. So, which is really, really cool. So I use mine specifically for running, and it also has Bluetooth built into it. So I can use like wireless earbuds, and I can Bluetooth while I'm running. without my phone on me. So in South Africa, like exercising outside can be a security risk because you're carrying your phone around with you. But now I don't. I just have a smartwatch.
You can listen to music. You can.
Yes.
You can
You've got pay on these things like this. Yeah.
So great from a lifestyle perspective. Let's get a bit more nuanced with the sporting stuff. What are the metrics that we're generally trying to track beyond just our steps?
So a lot of them have got advanced sensors on the rear. They've got this really specialized like back, and you can do things like measure your heart rate and your blood oxygen levels now. And one of my favorite new innovations now, there's also with the Galaxy Ring, it's the new Samsung Ring, but also with the smartwatch, is the ability to read sleep apnea. And those are the things that a lot of people don't realize. You track a lot of your sport, but most of what you burn, and this is something that Ewan have taught me, is your neat energy, right? So it's the energy that you burn throughout the day. So you want to push that up as much as possible above and beyond your physical activity.
You're more active,
So things like tracking your steps is important, but also checking your sleep quality, because your sleep quality will affect your energy status throughout the day, which affects your ability to burn fat and energy during workouts.
Completely.
And it's stuff you can't do.
And also, it works with in preventing injury. I mean, it's crazy the role that sleep plays. And funnily enough, it was only once I started tracking two things. The sleep being a major one, and was able to correlate health improvement to the sleep that I was getting and the kind of sleep that I was getting. Massive box ticked, and I only found this out like 2 years into the journey of massive improvement, but also tracking my mood, and it's made me proactive in controlling how I feel, which is mind-blowing.
Yes, and also you are able to log your meals in a lot of these apps.
Brilliant.
And that's also good, because the kind of food you eat is not just about your calories in and your calories out. The kind of food you eat does affect your mood, which also affects your ability to perform athletically. So you don't want to have hyperglycemic stuff, which shoots your energy levels high for a short period of time, and then you crash. Because when it's time to run, hey, that's the last thing you're going to want to do.
I love this. So this is a bit bewildering, to be honest. So for a first-time fitness watch enthusiast, someone going to get their device, what should we be looking for? What's a good, valuable kind of proposition?
Okay, first off, you can get these smart bands if you are looking for something that's pretty entry-level. These kinds of things aren't watches. They focus specifically on fitness, and most of the metrics that they track are your neat energy metrics. So none of the fancy stuff like sleep and all that kind of stuff. But I would look at something more advanced, like a watch, like the ones that we have. If you're looking to do things like track your sleep apnea, to track your cadence when you're running, that's been very helpful for me because I have a back injury. Not many people know, but like making sure that I get my cadence right means that my physio is stoked with my back improvement.
And you're also being conscious about it when you're training. Just that alone is massive.
Yes, but also knowing how. Like I need somebody to talk through. And with the fitness app on the Galaxy Watch, and I'm sure it is with a lot of the other ones, you get a coach. So I can plan workouts, and I get a virtual coach that speaks to me in my ear while I run, and it tells me to increase my pace or decrease my pace. If I'm doing HIIT training, which is
high intensity
interval training,
for
you have to train a different. Usually have a coach shouting at you. You can do that in your buds. It's pretty cool.
I love that. And what I like is this ecosystem rewards you. So if it picks up on healthy patterns within your life, it'll reward you with cool things, which is like, I love it. This is a companion. I love you guys. Thank you for taking us on a deeper dive. And I think it is so worth making sure you know what you are looking for before you go looking, because there is so much on offer. It can be bewildering. So look at your fitness goals, look at your lifestyle and how you can complement that. Grant, love you guys.
Well, continuing down that fitness avenue, yes, he is still in our midst. It's Mr. Chandler. Hello, everybody. Listen, we're going to put you through some testing. I know you thought we were making eggs. We're not doing that. We are going to give you some quick fire questions.
All right.
I'm going to give you some time to prepare your mind mentally. I know for a sportsman, you got to do a little bit of that. And then we're also getting into a recipe. Speaking about eggs, we're doing an egg crepe, and it's a Taiwanese recipe. It's going to be absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to do exactly that. Straight after this, Feel Good Fam. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Yes, we are buzzing because we've got Chad Leclos in studio. He is fast in the pool, but how fast can he answer our rapid-fire questions? We love this. So we're putting him on the spot with some quick, some quirky, and some fun fitness-related questions, I'll say. No thinking, just answers. And that's kind of our mode, hey? Not too much thinking, just,
bro, that's how
just
we
do
roll,
it.
bro.
Exactly,
That's how we
just
roll.
do it. All right. And these can be quite revealing, all right? So
I'm nervous. I am
yeah,
very nervous.
Good. You're going to learn something about yourself, I think, through the process as well. This is a bit of a silly one. Burpees or push-ups? What's worse?
What's worse? Push-ups for me.
Really?
Yeah, for me.
You're genetically different then, I think.
Don't like push-ups.
Really?
Don't know why. Dips and push-ups get me every time.
Yes, as the burpee, I think, was designed to hurt people. I don't think it's a
But I
fitness
cheat
thing,
with the burpee. Because I do like the half one, you know what I mean, at the end.
Because you can, because you're an Olympian.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's like, that's how you
They
must
bluff
do
it.
it.
They're like, yeah, there we go.
If you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, and I suppose this is a pertinent question,
Sure.
what would it be?
Just give me a sec. I'd probably say plank, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say
Just
plank.
go and do that.
I just feel like for us, we need that plank. You know
Just
what I mean?
the most passive, chilled out
There we
exercise.
go.
I suppose
And you can bluff it also, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just put the thing out there.
How did you ever win a gold medal, dude? Where does this mentality come from? No, if anything, you've earned the right to chill now, bro.
There we
I
go.
think you've spent 2/3 of your life exercising, so I think you can chill now. Would you rather run 10 kilometers or do 100 squats?
No, I can't run, man. Wow. His feet are flatter than Donald Duck.
Oh,
so I mean, it has to be, yeah, easy.
Squats. Okay, well, you
Easy
can start
game,
now. We'll time you for the rest of
Easy game. I can squat. I'm happy to squat. No push-ups, man.
Pre-workout meal, a steak or a smoothie?
Steak.
Nice.
Steak.
Protein work for you?
Steak and salad. That's all I have.
Really? Yeah, I'm
Every
also
day.
on that protein. Yeah.
Lunch.
The way you said that was quite masculine, eh?
The big man at home is watching us. Shout out to my dad for the steaks every day.
And what's his favorite steak to cook you?
We like ribeye, but I mean it just depends on what the day is also. Sometimes a little bit of fillet. I mean we don't usually like having fillet, but like T-bone.
I can just
nice
imagine that beautiful moment when you guys lock eyes. What's
exactly
today?
No. My dad, I'm coming from training. I already order. I'm like, Dad, I'll be home in 12 minutes. He'll be like, all right, boy.
What steak do you want?
There we
Bye.
go. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love him already. Make 2 for tonight, please. What's the weirdest fitness trend you've ever tried?
Sure. I haven't really tried many, man. Put me on the spot here a little bit. I'd say, I don't know.
Have you ever had a wait for Nick Kirk moment where you've done something where you've been like, oh wow, I might just ruin my whole sporting career?
Look, I love Wade. I don't want to, shout out to Wade, but I've been asked to play a few. The thing is with me, I've had so many injuries. As swimmers, we don't tend to do anything besides be in the water. I mean, even on the land, these groins and this back of mine I haven't kicked a soccer ball and a rugby ball in like over 15 years. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So we always stay away from that as swimmers.
That's
we don't even run, man. It's like we don't want to.
I think we're lucky to have you out of the water right now, dude. Who would win in an arm wrestling match, you or your coach?
Oh, at the moment, I don't really have a coach, but my old coach for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that with such?
Because he was a German. Be careful I say this, but he was a big German, 100 kilos, and he was in the army, so he was a serious guy. Didn't smile.
It was a generation before us. It makes him tougher. Hey?
He was a scary guy. People that know me will know exactly what I mean.
I think you could do well in an arm wrestle, though. I have a feeling, man. Oh, this is a good one. If swimming didn't exist, what sport would you be training for?
Soccer.
I'd
love to. Soccer is my first love. So I always dreamed, on the dream board I said earlier, it was always Olympics, but then it was Man United underneath. You know what I mean?
That's why that didn't come to fruition.
Exactly. There we go. You can see the feet are flat. Just everything went against me after I was 12, man.
You might have been blessed in more ways than you know, my friend. You might have been blessed in more ways than you know. Oh, I like this. What's your ultimate pump-up song for the gym?
Pump-up song? Eminem, Not Afraid.
Oh, I like that.
Gets me in the mood every time.
Oh, I love that.
Walkout song when I race also.
Is there a line in there that gets you...
It's just the beginning track, when it's like...
Sing for us, dude. You can do.
Everybody. I remember like that guy on the trend on the TikTok, at the airport when no one sang with him. You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking, I've been trying to introduce Eminem to my son now, but the problem with streaming platforms, they don't have the radio edit.
You've got to be careful with the edit here, yeah.
My muting skills have gotten really good. Have you ever fallen asleep while stretching?
Never.
Never in an early morning training session?
I nearly fell asleep on the way here, but other than that, Not stretching, no.
I think if I had to just stop talking to you for about 30 seconds and come back, you might be asleep
I might be nodding off. Yeah.
And you're more than welcome, dude. You're more than welcome. If you could have a cheat meal with no consequences, what would it be?
I mean, I do love pizza, man.
Really?
Yeah. I recently discovered I'm gluten intolerant. So the gluten-free pizzas aren't the best, but there is a nice base somewhere. I used to find a nice little spot.
That's the most first
I haven't found in Cape Town, so if the guys can help me out in Cape Town.
If ever you're going to find a gluten-free base, it'll be in Cape Town, my brother.
Yeah, Cape Town, we under, yeah.
But
exactly.
that's the most first world problem I think I've ever heard from anybody, dude. It's going to be okay.
I hate it, man. I mean, I eat bread and pasta. I lived on that my whole life, and then I found out I'm highly...
Tough, man. Well, there had to be something. There had to be a chink in the armor somewhere, dude. Thank you for being so honest. That was really revealing. No massive shocks, though. I am interested in knowing, though, with the fitness focus, because you need to use your body, dude. Do you feel like you are still using your body? Because I think a lot of young people miss the goal. It's not just about gold medals. It's about the movement, right?
No, 100%. I mean, look, I'm not retired by any stretch. I want to still try to go to the next Olympics. I want to go to 5.
Please.
So I'm focused on that. I'm just rehabbing at the moment, like every day. So my back isn't great, my L4 and L5. But listen, if I was retired today, I would still be in the gym every day. That's a promise.
100%, dude.
I mean...
Oh, we love you, guy. We might actually put him back in the kitchen now that we know he can do absolutely anything. Share some love with Chad Leclos, an unbelievable swimming clinic happening yesterday. If you were connected in any way, we'd love to hear how it went from your perspective. But I don't think we're going to let Chad go just yet.
Well, we're going to get into the kitchen right now, cooking up something absolutely delicious. Just imagine this, crispy on the outside, soft and flavorful on the inside. I'm talking about the Taiwanese Dan Bing, and it's the perfect balance of texture and also taste. Now, with fresh new-laid eggs as the star ingredient, private chef and food stylist, our very own Chef Mo is in studio, kicking off this morning with a quick and easy and also delicious dish. Mo, welcome back. Thank you for being here. We missed you.
Oh,
my
missed you
goodness.
too.
All right, let's get into this.
Yes.
A Dan Bing.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Dan Bing.
Dan Bing.
Where do we begin? Shall I do wet, you do dry ingredients?
Sure, let's...
That's tricky.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so what we're doing, these are essentially savory pancakes.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'm going to make the base of our pancakes and you're going to do our egg part.
Okay.
So for your base, you're going to start with some normal flour. To that, you add a little bit of cornstarch. The cornstarch really helps to crisp up your pancakes because you want a crispy bottom.
We do.
Yes.
Never a soggy bottom,
Not
always
soggy
a crispy bottom.
Yes, give that a quick mix, and then you can also sift this mixture together just to give it a nice airy texture.
I've always wondered what sifting helps, so it just makes it lighter.
Lighter.
Okay.
Yes. If you don't have a sift, you can actually just whisk everything together.
Yes, get that arm workout in.
Get that arm workout in, and then add your water. So here you are looking for a thin mixture. Okay, and then you need to whisk that until it's like really smooth.
Okay, you do the whisking because Chad's gonna be proud of you putting in that arm work, and then I'll do the wet ingredients. So we're gonna go with 3 eggs on this recipe, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So 3 of your eggs. I love eggs as a protein.
Same.
It's easy to digest, and just, you know, it's a fantastic way to enjoy your eggs as well.
That.
So 3 eggs, and then to that you're going to add a bit of milk, and because it's a savory pancake, you're going to add a little bit of soy sauce, some sesame oil, and your spring onions.
Oh, I love sesame oil. It's definitely going to bring in that Asian flavor. I'm very excited about that. Okay, let me whisk this all together. Tell you a little bit more about new-laid eggs, Expresso fam. They really are produced with so much care, offering a naturally rich flavor for every single meal. And they're available in a myriad of sizes and varieties, including free-range, new-laid eggs catered to all cooking preferences. And there's optimal freshness, as well as quality. New-laid eggs are ideal for everyday cooking and also especially in the dishes like this. Very excited. So we put the sesame oil, we put the soy sauce and the milk together. I think I've done quite a good job. Did you mention spring onions in here as well, Mo?
Yes, add your spring onions. And what's great about this recipe is that you can also add any toppings that you want. It's almost like an omelette.
Oh, I like that.
An omelette meets pancake type of thing. Yeah, very popular street food. So I've added a thin layer of oil to the pan.
Okay.
Then I've added a bit of the pancake mixture. Once it starts getting a little bit crisp over there, Now you come in with your egg mixture.
Okay, can I use this?
You can.
Okay.
I'm just going to give it a quick flip.
Okay.
Just to
Oh,
get...
this is intricate work.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you can come in.
And the idea is that it stays on the pancake or goes around?
Yes, yes. Well, I was supposed to spread.
Make it bigger.
Yeah. But
okay, you made it tough for me. Let's try it. All right, so just in this, ooh, oopsies.
There we go. No, you can go, you can actually add some more of the egg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Chad Leclos, our resident Olympian in studio, he just mentioned he's actually gluten intolerant. He also mentioned that he doesn't really do eggs. And I wanted him to taste this really bad.
Oh.
He came hungry and tired. And now I'm like, oh my goodness, is he going to risk it for the biscuit? Let's find out together in just a bit once we've done this recipe.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe he'll see we worked so hard that he'll say, okay, let's do it.
I hope so. So what I like to do then is a little tip is to get that cooking. Use a lid, let it simmer for a little bit.
So the top cooks as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And then at this point as well, you can add any of your toppings. So over there we've got some cheese, a little bit of red cabbage.
Lovely.
Great for the gut. So also a great way to get in your veggies. You know, you can add a bit of protein, some shredded chicken if you like.
Oh, nice.
A little bit of fish, maybe some salmon as well is a great option.
You're speaking my language.
And then, yeah, there we go. Close that up, let it cook for a couple of minutes. And then once your filling is all cooked, your cheese is melted, roll it up, slice it and serve with a fantastic dip.
And what is this dip? Because I'm seeing it over there. Soy sauce, I assume.
Yes, soy sauce. It's all like the trinity of Asian cooking. So soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of ginger, garlic, and some chili.
Yes. Shall we call Chad in?
I think so.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Chad Leclos, could you come forth, please? Welcome back, Chad. So we mentioned, or you mentioned, that you're gluten intolerant. We also had a chat. You said eggs are not your favorite. This dish has both gluten and eggs.
It's okay.
Do you want to risk it?
For you guys, I'll make an exception.
Thank you. I told
For Expresso, I'll make an
you.
exception.
Oh, yes. This is Mo.
Nice to see
This
you,
is Olympian Chad Leclos. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. But, yeah. Please go ahead and taste that one
I'm
over
not
there.
cooking. I thought I was going to help.
What can you do here?
Oh, we've done all the work, basically.
Am I coming from this side or
Yeah, go ahead.
From that side or here?
No, you've got long enough arms,
we
sir.
love.
Yes, you are. And grab your dipping sauce too.
All right.
Yes.
And then go in. Oh, you grabbed a knife and fork. I thought we're doing
I was going to
like...
say, can I just go hands?
You can just go hands. Come on.
Is that all right, eh? All right.
It does look good, eh?
Yeah.
Looks great.
Now you got to give us a rating 2 out of 10 or 5.
This is very good.
Oh, yes.
I swear, this is very good.
Oh, good. We did not
Easy
pay
10.
him to say that.
No, this is very good.
Good. Out of 10?
This is a 10.
It's a 10
Even
out
if
of
there's
10?
eggs, I think I'll eat these. This is very nice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we've officially converted him to gluten and eggs. I absolutely love to see it. That's what we do here
Mom, I'm
at
back on the eggs.
Expresso. Your mum would be so proud. And listen, egg lovers, this one is definitely for you too. Stand a chance to win a New Laid gift hamper by sharing your best egg-related food hack. Now, whether it's a clever cooking tip or a creative serving idea, all you have to do is enter to the competition post on our social media and answer that question, including #NewLaidHack. Now, the competition does close on the 11th of April at 12. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. We're not alone. So we also have Joburg Studios, and the beautiful Zanele is standing by. So she was burning with a question to ask you. Suzanne, my girl, what do you want to ask?
Oh, thank you, my beautiful Carissa. Firstly, Chad, I am a huge fan, always have been, I think, like every South African. But Chad, I have to ask you, because I was also going to be an Olympic swimmer, Yabon. But then I drowned when I was 4 years old, right? Tough time. So, you know, but I got past it and I carried on swimming, but just light. Chad, have you ever drowned? Be honest.
No, listen, guys, I'll tell you honestly, when I was a kid, my dad literally threw me in the pool. And he's like, swim, boy.
Wow.
Literally. So he taught me from a very young age. Not that extent, but I'm telling you now, I swam from a young age.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So when he threw you in,
literally,
you sank or swim? You swam?
No, I went under, but then he picked me up and then he got me used to the water. Because, yeah, I don't know, it was just... There's videos of that, so we'll next time on the show, we'll show you guys. Don't be that extreme, guys, back then. Everyone listening here, the viewers, it wasn't that extreme. But, yeah, he put me in the water from a young age.
Wow. Okay, Zanele, does that convince you that you can too be an Olympian very soon?
Carissa, this is why you and I are sisters.
Thank you.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Chad, you've given me hope. Can't wait. When's the next Olympics, guys?
Listen, I'll see you next
Chad,
week in
please give me
Joburg
your
for some
trainer.
training,
I'm
all right?
ready.
Chad said he's going to
work.
give you training.
Before work, we'll be there at
Chad, you and me.
3:45. 3:45, we'll be there, all right. We'll call the Virgins together, open at 3:45 for us, all right.
I love this for you, Zan. Oh my goodness.
Cheers, Zan.
All right, besides Chad Leclerc, what else is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show, Zan? What are we getting into?
Oh, goodness. Listen, my beautiful family, this is exactly where you need to be because this is how we always start off the morning there with good vibes. Chad Leclerc is not going anywhere, so it's still going to be a whole lot of fun. I think we're getting into some sink or swim vibes. If you love this thing that we're doing this morning, then trust me, you want to stick around for that. And then, of course, we're getting into a whole lot more goodness right here on S3. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. If you love all things tech, your timing is perfect. This is just for you. It's electronics mania at game stores. And when we say mania, they have lost their minds. It means massive deals on some of the hottest gadgets and devices that you are lusting after. And who better to break it all down for us than the king of tech, Grant Hines. It's time to power up this review, my friend.
King of tech!
I know. I
the
told
most
you.
dramatic
You get
thing I've
invited
heard.
from the dining room into the lounge on the special couch. Now you're the king.
Nice and
Hey,
soft.
you are
Look,
winning.
this is my favorite list, I think, of game deals that we've had.
And there have been some crackers, dude.
And
The
I'm not
pricing-
even joking. This is such a great list.
Let's start with the beats, my friend.
Okay. So we've got a JBL Essential speaker.
Okay.
For 2,299 Rand, right?
Ooh,
So
boom.
these are the ones that you've got to have
It's
around
the
the house.
benchmark at the moment.
It's
hey?
the one that you need just in case you need to have music around the braai. You've got friends around. You going to the beach.
My wife's a dance teacher.
Dance
Boom.
teacher, yeah. These are the ones that everybody goes on rotation in the family, right?
It is brilliant,
Yeah,
dude.
these
And it
are-
packs a punch, eh? It really does pack
They
a
are
punch.
so
eh?
cool. They have such great surround sound, like a full sound, sorry, that you can just put on any location and just like experience it, and then also just move it in. If it's winter coming up, you're outside and it starts raining, just bring it inside with you. You don't have to
Love it.
install speakers outside. It's the perfect speaker.
And it looks cool, man. I like that. I'm down with that. So from the party vibes to maybe setting up a little cinema experience.
Right, okay, so we had some great TV specials, but this is pretty incredible. So this is the Samsung Crystal TV, and I kid you not, 8,999.
55 inches.
55 inch. It's UHD. It's 4K, So it's 4K Ultra UHD, which is pretty bonkers. If you're a gamer and you want some lag-free gaming, it's super slim. It's got this really amazing way that it can mount to your wall flushly, which is beautiful. And it's about if you want a really, really beautiful high-end TV that's 55 inches.
Whenever have we seen something like this under 20,000? I mean, come on.
So I bought a similar TV like this on Black Friday a few years ago for double this price. So I don't know what they're doing. Well, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, someone's doing something and we are okay.
They must be running at a loss at this point.
No, buddy, that's how they use their spending power. They know, they understand the things that we lust after the most, and then they make it okay. I love that, man. Okay, so entertainment sorted. Now we're probably going to be streaming. We're probably going to be working from home. Let's get the internet sorted.
Yeah, okay, cool. So Wi-Fi is one of those things a lot of people don't think they need to upgrade because they've got a router, came with their ISP or whatever the case is, but you might have a house where there are dead spots. Have you ever been in a place where you don't have Wi-Fi in the toilet or in your bedroom, you've got to move over to the lounge? That's called a Wi-Fi dead spot. And the way that you get rid of that is you need to upgrade your Wi-Fi, your router system to a mesh router system.
Okay.
So a mesh router system acts like a bubble of internet, right? And then you get another bubble that's close by, and it'll pass that internet along into all these different routers, and without you having to change your, connect to another router.
Sure.
So they have a TP-Link Wi-Fi system for 2499, which is a Wi-Fi 6. So Wi-Fi 6 is blitz fast, by the way. I have to, if I play games at home on the Wi-Fi on my phone, for instance, I have to put it on Wi-Fi 6, otherwise my ping is broken.
Doesn't happen.
It's the most consistent connection, and because it's just the way, it's the next generation of using the internet, and it's one of those ways we invested early in a mesh system at home because we use the internet so much, and we don't have to worry. I can take a WhatsApp call in the garden. I know someone is watching this now. I know someone's watching this. I can't take a WhatsApp call in the garden because it cuts out.
Because you're the king of tech. That's why you did that,
look
man.
at that.
That's why you did it. Okay, we need a grand finale. Please close us out in style.
One of my favorite phones, probably of all time, has been the S24 Ultra or the S24 series, and there is a Samsung Galaxy S24 it's a beautiful phone. It's a really nice, beautiful phone. I love these models for 14,999 Rand. This is the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE 5G. Which is, we've had it on the show before. I've shown.
It's phenomenal. No, we put it through its paces.
Phone.
It's incredible. You almost feel like you need to say that price quietly so no one can hear, because it just feels too good.
It is a very, very good price. Wow. You've got a 50 megapixel camera. The FE series is the Samsung's Fan Edition series, and they've packed a whole bunch of the technology from the S24 and improved it slightly in some ways into the FE series. So you get if you're a fan of Samsung Galaxy devices, you understand why the Fan Edition is so good. Right? And you get the best of what you need. It is such a great phone.
This I can understand, because you're not just tech for the sake of tech. You're about value and value add and what it can bring to your life. So I would imagine this must be blowing your mind, because it's not frivolous stuff. These are hot
This is why I was saying I was so excited about today specifically. We had JBL speakers. We've got high-end TVs. We had a mesh system. I got to explain mesh to people and understand my struggles in life, and an S24 FE, which is
and all remarkably lower than any price we have ever seen any of these devices being sold at. Bottom line, head over to game.co.za or head into store. Pick them up, feel them, and walk out with it. Okay, you have to pay, but very little in this case. It really is electronics mania.
All right, now it is time to put SA Olympic swimmer Chad Leclos to the test. Now, this time outside the pool, of course. And we're playing a game of sink or swim. It is a game where we challenge Chad with some wild swimming facts. And we're definitely going to test his knowledge here. Some are true and some are completely made up. The question is, can he tell the difference? So, Chad, if they're true, we go swim. If they're false, we go sink. Okay, are you ready for the first one?
Maybe.
Let's see. Okay, all right. Okay. The butterfly stroke was originally invented by accident when a swimmer modified the breaststroke technique.
Swim.
Could it be true? Yes, it's true. Okay, we are off to
That
a
was lucky,
fantastic
guys. I'll be
start.
honest. I had to say with confidence, hoping that.
Did you really know that?
Nah, I knew that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting because butterfly is like, it's really hard.
The breaststroke, the froggy legs.
Yes, I know that one. Okay. Question 2. Swimmers sweat in the pool. We know this to be true. I didn't know that, but now I found out. But it's impossible to measure just how much they sweat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sink. They do definitely, but I don't think you can measure it. Yeah, sink.
So you're saying it's true, we can't measure how much?
But yeah, so then I'm saying yeah.
So swim. Okay. Yes. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true?
Yeah.
It is true. Chad, I think you know more than you're letting off. I absolutely love this. Okay. Here's the one. The first Olympic swimming events were held in a lake, not a pool.
Sink.
Sink. You think this is false? Do you want to call a friend or do you know it to be...
I don't know.
You're guessing?
I'm half guessing here.
Okay, calculated guess. Could it be true or false? It is true.
Aye.
Unfortunately, you are one down, but that's all right. A lake, now you know going forward. Have you swum in a lake before?
I've swum in a lake before.
Have you swum competitively in a lake before?
I have, mid-mar.
Oh my goodness. Okay, did you win?
No, I never.
Okay, that's fine. Somebody you did beat though is Michael Phelps. Let's get into that. Michael Phelps once raced a real dolphin and won by half a second. Is this true?
No, it's false. It was a shark.
Well, let's find out. You're right. Okay, I thought it was actually going to be the time, but it's the animal. It's what?
It was in Cape Town.
Is this why you're scared of sharks? Because you actually...
I think it's Phelps.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Don't be scared. You've
No.
beat him once before. Let's get into it. Question 5. The world record for holding your breath underwater is over 24 minutes. Is it true or false?
No, it's sink.
Do you think it's longer or shorter?
It's a little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter. Is it true or false? It is true, Chad.
24.
24. What can you go to?
No, no, never. Maybe 4 minutes max.
4 minutes. That's
Maybe.
quite something. Mine 30 seconds max. All right, question 6. In ancient Greece, competitive swimming was done wearing sandals for extra resistance. True or false?
No, sink. That's definitely a.
Do you know history?
That's definitely false.
Okay, well, let's get into the
Got an
answer.
egg on my face here. Yeah, it's definitely false.
Did they have sandals? I don't even know. Hilarious. Question 7. Some professional swimmers shave their eyebrows before a big race for better hydrodynamics.
I mean, this could go either way, but I'm going to say...
Eyebrows could hold you back.
I'm going to say false because I haven't seen anyone do that, but I could imagine some...
Eyebrows could hold you back if they're
Some
thick
guys
enough.
would maybe do that, but I'm going to go sink. But it could be true.
It is false.
Okay, you know what I mean?
If you do see somebody with a clean face, you'll just tell them. So you don't have to go that far.
Angege.
It's never that deep, ever, ever. Question 8. There is a swimming event in which competitors race while balancing a cup of water on their head.
Sink.
Are you sure? Because you have a friend you could call for
I was looking over there, but I mean,
friends, true or false?
I'm going to go false.
False.
I'm going to go false.
Okay, let's see. It is false, but how fun would that
Dude,
be?
I'm so nervous every time it comes up because I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know this, but...
But could it be? Do you think you could do that? Swim while you have a cup on your head?
So you know what we try to do when doing backstroke? We put a bottle of water and we try not move it.
Wow.
So we keep the water open and we try, it's like a glass in your head and you got to keep the rotation.
That's
I
incredible.
can't get it properly right. I can get to about 10 meters, but there's some
No.
people that can go 50
You know what?
meters.
10 meters better than everyone else in this country. So well done. You win in that regard too. Chad Leclerc in the building. He actually won. So can we give him a round of applause? Woo, woo, woo. Zanele, what do you think of Mr. Chad Leclerc winning the sink or swim?
Oh, you mean my coach? My coach that's going to help me win a medal there at the Olympics. I think he's incredible, honestly. Like I said, who doesn't? And if Zanzi, this is why you need to stick around because the vibes are still going to be vibing indeed. Coming up, Gigi Lemaine right here at the beautiful Joburg Studios. She is going to be telling us all about her brand new release, Doves and Scones. And then also on the way, we get into a delicious recipe. It is a roast chicken, 7 colors, with a beetroot and bean salad. And it already tastes so delicious in my mouth. Just thinking about it, imagine when we make it for you and you also get to make it for yourself at home because we always give you the recipe. It's all happening right here on Expresso. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the final hour right here on S3. We've got to get kick-started with your national news headlines first, where Gauteng is targeting 300 billion rand in investment pledges at the Gauteng Investment Conference, and that is held today at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Now, Economic Development MEC Lebogang Maile says leaders from all tiers of government, including Deputy President Paul Mashatile, will engage with over 50 major companies to attract investment. As South Africa's economic powerhouse, Gauteng contributes 33% to the national GDP and 7% to sub-Saharan Africa's output. Now, the conference is expected to position the province as a key global investment hub, fostering economic growth as well as job creation. In other national news, South Africa is pursuing diplomatic efforts to mitigate the economic fallout of looming U.S. tariffs on vehicle imports, which will see a 25% levy imposed today. The automotive industry, heavily reliant on exports under the AGOA agreement, faces significant losses. Meanwhile, a DIRCO delegation led by Director General Zane Dangor met U.S. officials to clarify misconceptions on human rights and land expropriation policies. Now, despite the challenges, spokesperson Yamkela Fanisi remains hopeful that trade discussions will reinforce South Africa's strategic economic partnership with the U.S. In your international news making headlines, Angola needs $240 million to clear nearly 1,000 minefields left by the civil war. Now, hundreds have been disabled and many displaced as dangerous explosives remain buried. The National Mine Action Agency says it costs over $3 per square meter to clear the land. Nearly 200 minefields threaten the Benguela Railway, a vital trade route. Now, Western ambassadors were urged to support demining efforts to revitalize affected communities. The project aims to restore safety and economic stability to impacted regions. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump is set to announce sweeping tariffs on what he calls, quote, Liberation Day, raising fears of a global trade war. The measures could impose duties of 20 to 25% on imports, with retaliation anticipated from the EU, Canada, and Mexico. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed the tariffs would take immediate effect. Now, critics warn of economic turmoil, but Trump insists they will benefit American workers. Trading partners are scrambling for last-minute negotiations while preparing countermeasures. And closing off your last bit of news on this Thursday morning, we have an inspiring story about resilience as well as breaking barriers. For years, 32-year-old Zandile Mbali's dream of becoming a social worker felt out of reach. Now, stuck at home with no options, she didn't know what to do until a friend introduced her to the Limbeni Project Center of Excellence, a NPO funded by the Gauteng Department of Social Development. She never imagined herself in construction, but with encouragement from her mostly male classmates, she gave it a shot. Now she's mixing concrete, laying bricks, and dreaming big with her own construction company. Turning back is not in my vocabulary, she says. With graduation in sight, she hopes to inspire other young women to break barriers for better futures. Absolutely love that inspiring story. Keep going at it. And that is where we leave your 8 o'clock news. Let's head into your world of sports with Graham for the final time.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's start with some local footballing news. Stellenbosch FC's head coach Steve Barker, he was satisfied as his team secured a goalless draw against defending champion Zamalek in their CAF Confederations Cup quarter-final first leg at the DHL Stadium yesterday. So the very evenly contested match leaves now everything to play for, obviously, in that return leg in Cairo next Wednesday. Now, staying with footballing news, Liverpool edged Everton 1-0 in a scrappy Merseyside derby yesterday, with Diogo Jota doing the honours, scoring the winner to restore their 12-point lead over Arsenal in the Premier League title race. So Everton remain 15th with their 34 points. Then elsewhere, Jack Grealish netted his first league goal in 16 months as Manchester City eased past Leicester 2-0 at the Etihad, keeping their Champions League qualification hopes alive. Now we turn to rugby and even more to get excited about. Rugby fans in Gauteng and the Eastern Cape can look forward to some top-tier action as the Springbok women take on world number 2 Canada in curtain raisers ahead of the Springboks clashes with Italy at Loftus Versfeld and Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium on the 5th and the 12th of July, respectively. So following that Canada series, the Bok women will then also face, a tough one, the New Zealand Black Ferns 15, and that's in 2 matches in South Africa with details to be announced. But this underpinning just how far our ladies have come that we are playing in that pool now. Incredible. So let's round off with some more explosive cricket from the IPL, and Mohammad Siraj's 3 for 19 and Jos Buttler, that's 73 not out, led the Gujarat Titans to a commanding 8-wicket victory of the Royal Challengers Bengaluru in their IPL clash. So RCB, they struggled to only 169 for 7 after being put into bat, and the Titans were able to chase it down comfortably, reaching 170 for 2 with 13 balls to spare. Sai Suhartson contributing 49 runs, Butler's explosive 73 of just 39, featuring 5 fours and 6 sixes, and that ultimately sealed the win. I think we're going to break the world record for sixes with the IPL. In fact, runs scored for the IPL. But great action in the season so far. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's get a traffic update.
Let me join him.
Right now is when we, my friends, are getting into what's happening in your traffic to hopefully get you through it easily. The only thing that is really bothering anybody on the streets at the moment is in the mother city, Kells River. There's been an accident on the R300 rather, before Van Riebeek Road, causing a lane closure. As a result, there are delays over there. So please make sure that you do allow for some travel time if you haven't left the house as yet and you are heading in that direction. In terms of weather, let's take a look. The South African Weather Service has warned of severe thunderstorms as well as rain and issuing a yellow level 2 alert for thunderstorms across Gauteng, the Northern Cape, KZN, or rather Northwest and Free State, with risks to infrastructure as well as livelihoods. Mpumalanga's Highveld faces disruptive rainfall and localized flooding. Meanwhile, extreme fire danger is expected along the Northern Cape coast, while very hot and uncomfortable conditions continue in Namakwa, the mother city, and the Winelands until Sunday. Authorities urge everyone, residents, to stay cautious amid the dual threats of storms and soaring temperatures. Right now, though, let's jump on into this beautiful sunrise view, one that is coming from Shanice and GQ Gqeberha, where it's going to be 24 degrees Celsius. Shanice, thank you. Thank you for allowing the clouds to have their moment. Everyone always gives it to the sun and gives it to the sky and even the sea. The clouds are also there, okay? And they are coming through so stunningly from the Eastern Cape. Thank you, Shanice. And I love it when we get to see what it is you are waking up to. Right now, though, let's jump on into what's happening with your temperatures.
All right, well, you know we love our sport, and Carissa has been converted into a sports fan, but this one specifically for all the sports lovers, Diski lovers in particular. If you play your Sports Stake 8 fixture list 863, there is an estimated jackpot of over 1.6 million rand up for grabs this Thursday. You could score big. So the fixture list closes at 7:30 this evening, so please don't waste any time. What are you waiting for? You can play any Sports Stake game now. You can do it in store. You can go nationallottery.co.za online. You can use their mobile app, but just to do it and stand a chance to earn those bragging rights to be Inja Ya Game. Well, this has been the most amazing show so far, so I'm wondering how we're going to top it in the final hour. Zanele, you look gorgeous today. Can I just shout that to everybody off the rooftops and the mountaintops? So you're the perfect person to give us a prelude to what's coming up in the final hour.
Oh, my Graham, you just love me too much, and I love you even more. You always look stunning, okay? You're just a beautiful man, and you're always bringing us beautiful things. And you know what? I'm going to try and match your guys' energy in Cape Town, okay? Because you brought us Chad Leclerc. You know what? As Joburg, we're bringing you Gigi Lemaine, okay? The Queen is in the building, and she is going to be telling us all about her brand new album, Doves and Scones, and I can't wait for us to get into it because the music off of that album, mwah, delicious. And speaking of delicious, we also have a recipe that's coming through. 7 colors roast chicken with some beetroot and bean salad. Now, Graham, I need to ask you, just in terms of Chad, is he still there? Because I saw him make this gesture earlier on, that like he's going to call me, because I need this coaching so I can be an Olympian.
No, he's flying straight to Joburg, babe. He got his team out, his whole team here, running logistics, organizing. They've booked the pool. You just need to get your cozzy, and he'll be there to meet you, babe.
Amazing. Thank you, Graham. Okay, listen, I'm going to quickly just orchestrate how I'm going to the Olympics in the next couple of years. When we come back, we're going to be getting into all of the goodness you just heard about and a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere, Mzansi.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, honey, the The vibes have been immaculate right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. All in the name of making sure you go into your day with a smile, right? But coming to you live from the Samsung showroom at Design Quarter in Johannesburg, this morning we are celebrating a queen. She is a hip-hop powerhouse. She is a cultural icon. She's somebody who just dropped a brand new album marking 10 years of her in the music industry. And friend, she has made her mark through and through. It is Doves and Scones that has come to change the game yet again. And of course, I'm talking about none other than Gigi Lemaine. Everyone, let's give her a Feel Good welcome.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Amazing. Thank you. Mama, I am so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. The music is delicious. But let's talk about this 10-year mark. How are you feeling about it?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes.
I think it honestly does. I know it sounds very corny, but it just feels like I started yesterday, you know, from the freestyles and the ciphers and trying to leave my mark at local competitions to what it is right now. And I've been receiving so much love, you know, and for me, that's the best part of it all, just seeing everything come full circle, seeing the people around me who've consistently supported me and the fans enjoying that. We actually made it to 10 years.
Yeah. Well, babe, you are just killing it, as you always have been. And it's so beautiful to see you get to this point in your career, because I feel like you put in the work. So I'm glad we get to celebrate it. But of course, there's no journey that comes without any challenges, and there's no journey that comes without highlights. Let's touch on both of them. Speak to me about some of the challenges that you've gone through, especially as a woman in the music industry. But then let's also talk about the highlights. What have they been?
The challenges have to definitely be solidifying yourself as a talent, you know, rather than a particular kind of like misconstrued facade of what, you know, a woman needs to look like and feel like and act like. The honest truth is that when you're a woman in the hip-hop industry in South Africa, you're also a pioneer. So having to be like one of the first to do anything is extremely challenging, because there isn't a yardstick to measure that. But the highlights have to be that, I don't know, but it's just so beautiful when you see like the rose amongst thorns, like, you know, and a huge shout out to all the amazing women hip-hop artists who continue to push boundaries, who continue to represent so many young girls coming up who look to someone to relate to. I absolutely think being a woman in hip-hop is a superpower more than anything else. And the challenges are simply your trials, your tasks, things you have to get through to become this rose amongst the thorns.
I love that. And Gigi, something I like about you hip-hop people is that you're smart. The intelligence is... Okay, can I ask you why? Even you saying the thing about, you know, there's no yardstick to measure as a result of the fact that you're pioneering. I don't think anyone thinks about that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Right?
Thank you so much. I feel so good, girl.
We're at the University of Gigi here today, okay?
Love it.
But babe, talk to me as well, just about, you know, you now getting into the space in terms of really celebrating this, but also just really being in a place of being like, okay, cool, this is what I'm giving you, South Africa, and this is where I am. You know, what is it that you want South Africa to know about Gigi at the moment?
I think Gigi has definitely sprouted into something completely different. I think I really want my music to inspire now. I think I'm just of age where I like it when people are taken to a certain place when they listen to my music now. And that comes with a lot of growth and self-discovery. So I'm really excited about, you know, upcoming shows, people I get to meet on the road, and just like the new music overall. A huge shout out to Nathan and Caesar, also in studio with us today. They were an intricate part of Doves and Scones. And I think it's super nice, super feel good, and just a whole lot of light.
With you saying that it's light, what sparked Doves and Scones? Let's talk about this beautiful body of work. You know, what made it be really the product that it is in terms of even just inspiration?
Somebody I look up to once, you know, mentioned that being in the industry is, you know, it's a marathon. It's not necessarily a sprint. And just, you know, realizing that like 10 years on, I'm still here. I still have a voice. I still have a vision. It was very important for Doves and Scones to come full circle. So when you go and you listen to the project, you'll realize that there are different facets of Gigi, but you can definitely like sense a whole lot of growth. Doves and Scones was just, it's a very mature take on Gigi. And I think it represents where I am, you know, kind of killing off an old you, Doves and Scones, funerals, guys, and growing into this woman that I am. I'd like to believe young woman, but you know,
Yes,
apparently I'm an
very young,
OG
you're
now.
young,
People
Sana.
say sis Gigi, so yeah.
Yes.
Yikes! But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
I feel like it's so beautiful in terms of just how you've evolved over the years. You've done so incredibly. And I think that, you know, also with that comes with the people you work with.
Absolutely.
So talk to us about Doves and Scones. I mean, you shouted out Nate, you shouted out Sizwe.
Yes.
Talk to us about the collaborations and what defines a successful collaboration for you. You know, maybe is there a reason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
it. I see you, rapper. But it's definitely a whole lot of feel-good energy. I mean, you can be talented, but there are, you know, spaces where just talent doesn't match energy. And I think I'm super proud to say that everybody on the project was somebody I had ideally chosen because there was a certain superpower they carried that I loved. So huge shout out to everyone. Indigo, Stella, I have to mention the girls. Indigo, Stella, Keid from Cape Town. And all the boys, like from Manu Willstar, MT is also on it.
Yes.
Everybody.
You brought out the big guns, Sana.
Absolutely.
You brought out the big guns. We've got 10 seconds. European tour, when's it happening?
European tour is happening in July. Super excited about it. Are we breaking the news here?
Yes, we are.
Love it, right here. And I'm super stoked. So just follow social media and you'll catch me there.
I love it. An international bay. Thank you very much. It is Gigi Lemaine in the house here on your Feel Good Breakfast show on S3. And friend, you're in the right place because we are celebrating this morning. Doves and Scones is out on every platform. But also on top of that, you're getting a taste of it, like literally live on your television. So do not go anywhere. Right now, Carissa, I got to ask you, babe, are you excited for Gigi to just blow us away with her talents?
Oh, let me tell you, I'm excited. The queen is back. Yes, rap has got a resurgence, and I can't wait to hear exactly what she's got to offer for us. So we'll look forward to that. And to just build up the appetite a little bit, right now we're celebrating Easter with a vibrant 7-color menu featuring a feast of fresh flavors and also brilliant hues. And of course, we've got our fave in the building, Kanyisile Mbedu Williams from Woolworths. She's here to show us how we can add color and also traditional flavors to a grand gathering, or even if it's just an intimate meeting between you and your family this Easter that promises a delicious and also festive experience. Kanyisile, welcome back.
Thank you.
We got to get into this. The flavors are familiar. The smells are so good right now. What do we have on the menu? How is Woolworths actually making this Easter a little bit different and bringing back that tradition?
So, as you know, not everyone is able to go home for Easter.
Yeah.
So what Willie's has done is made a 7 colors roast chicken meal as your mom would for you on a Sunday. You've got your bone-in chicken, you've got creamy samp, some creamy spinach, as well as some roasted vegetables. As we know, very important for your Sunday meal.
So important. Come on, that Sunday course. Oh, my goodness. I crave it so often. And now it's so conveniently put in one.
Yes.
And I love that it's not separate. I can quickly get this at the shop, and then I know my Sunday's convenience is sorted.
Done.
So
All
let
you
me,
do is
yeah,
peel
I was
off
going to say, show me how.
All you do is peel off your sleeve, and then you'll peel off just the corner of your film.
Just the corner, right?
Yeah. In the microwave for 3 minutes, and you've got your meal ready.
I got you. Let me
pop
pop
it in
this
the microwave. Yes.
And then we'll continue with the rest of the 7 colors. Because so far we only have a couple, but we can add more.
So how you can further elevate your Sunday meal, as you know, you need to have your beetroot.
Come on.
The disrespectful beetroot that likes to make everything messy. And then you also need to have your chakalaka/bean salad. So I can do the chakalaka whilst you do the beetroot.
Beautiful.
So
Will you just show me how?
Yes. So all we did here was just to boil your beetroot as you would, and then we'll add a bit of red vinegar as well as chutney.
Okay.
So whilst that is preparing, you can just put it in the fridge to cool.
Marinate a little bit too.
Yes. If you want, you can always do it the day before or the morning.
That's
and let it settle in the fridge. So I'll continue with the
You
chakalaka.
do that. How much of the red vinegar is going in?
Just add like 2 tablespoons,
Okay.
and then you add the full
And some flavor. I got you.
So what I'll do here is add some onions with some carrots, and then you'll saute that.
Wonderful.
And what you'll do is just turn up your heat slightly. You'll also add your curry powder. So this is a recipe that my aunt shared with me.
Oh.
It's like a little tradition for us to always have a bean salad during Easter.
I love it, because I was going to ask you if you have any traditions that you kind of look forward to every single year around Easter.
Of course. It's very important in my family to have some chakalaka, some potato salad. Of course, you need to have your pickled fish, but not all of us eat fish.
Do you eat pickled fish?
I used to love eating pickled fish, but I no longer do.
Oh, no. What changed?
I think it's just aging. We start getting allergic to things.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
So I'll have the chicken then if everyone else having the fish.
Yes.
And then there'll be your starches, like your steamed bread. If you want, you can have have some hot cross buns with your pickled fish.
Please,
so
can I have
those
some
are the traditions
more?
we like to keep going.
Love that. Yeah, we in our family do the pickled fish, and then we also do the hot cross buns with it. And you know what? Any other time of the year, I won't eat it. But when it comes to Easter, it just has that nostalgic feel, and
Does
I
it not
have
feel
to have
weird
some.
to eat hot cross buns when it's not Easter?
It does.
It does, but you know what? Because they're so good, you need to have it like every year.
I love it. And
you need to have it all
now
year.
they've made it all time, like
Yes,
all throughout the year.
year.
And that with some cheese on it is literally like
it's the best.
The best thing
I like to
ever.
have mine with like a bit of butter.
Ooh, yum.
Okay, so you saute this down.
That's looking good.
Before we add our beans.
Yum.
So you'll let this cook through.
And what else do we have? We've got some flavor.
We've got some chutney and we've got a bit of sweet chili as well, which will add a bit of tartness to your bean salad.
Lovely.
So you'll cook this down for as long as you need to, and then we'll add in our beans just to have that going all together.
I love it. Extra protein too, some fiber added in. Because it's not just about tasting good. Some of it is actually functional.
100%.
Helps our bodies out just a little bit.
100%.
I
And we
love
need to make sure
this.
that that is all in there.
And it's crazy because you can do this while this is going. We've got 15 seconds left, and by the time it's done,
we'll be ready.
Our plate
to
will be
go.
ready.
Are you ready to taste?
Yes, I am. The beetroot's looking
How's
good.
the beetroot going?
Looking
Okay.
fantastic. Can you see that? I think you're going to be so proud of me, girl.
Really?
Yeah.
So
when you taste it, it's going to be
Make me
amazing.
proud further by plating up for us.
Yes.
How about that? Thank you.
Okay, let me grab a little cloth if there is. Okay, let me risk it. Okay, no, it's fine.
So we'll add your little sauces at the end, just to have those flavors packed in there.
Yum. So we've got some chutney, some sweet chili you're adding in.
Some curry.
The
How
smell is it just transported me back home. Oh my goodness. So we've got creamy samp, creamy spinach. Oh, that chicken smells incredible.
So, and it's got the bone in. That's where all the flavor is. And some gravy.
Come
the
on.
gravy is so important.
No dry chicken over here, some roast veg too. And it's a piece of chicken. It's the leg with the thigh. The best part of the chicken, if
It's
you
got
ask
an
me.
abundant portion if you think about it, which is really great.
Well, I am sorted.
Our
Okay.
beans are done.
How about if I start dishing for you?
Yes. Let's start plating up.
Okay. Okay, when it comes to beetroot, okay, let me dish the star of the show
Yes, first. And we can like share.
Oh, yeah, okay, we can if you want. Can you see that?
Girl,
I
we
was going to eat
girls.
this on my own, you know
No,
what I'm saying?
Sharing is caring, Carissa.
Joking, I'm
Sharing is
joking.
caring.
Okay, you can dish the rest of this because I feel like I'm already messing it up.
That's fine.
Zanele, how do you feel about Sunday course? Is it just the best thing you've ever had in your life?
Sunday course is the essence of life, if we're being honest. Forget water, forget everything. Sunday course brings us together. It brings the world together. It's the reason there's peace, Carissa. So definitely, my love. I agree with you.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Miss Universe. That is the best answer I could have heard. Do you have any, Easter traditions or dishes that you get up to this time of year?
Of course. It is always literally a hot cross bun. Me and my siblings, particularly because, my parents are in the Eastern Cape, so
Yeah.
we don't always get to see them during, Easter. But whenever we get together on Easter, I become a hot cross bun because I eat so many hot cross buns.
You identify
so
as a
that
hot
is
cross bun.
honestly it. Exactly, my friend. Me and a hot cross bun, one and the same thing at this time of the year. So definitely that, my love.
Oh, I love that. Well, Zan, I wish we could even send you some of this because Woolworths has got us backs. Let me tell you, we've got some chicken gravy, some creamy samp, some veggies, spinach, as well as a roast veg. We've got chakalaka and beetroot. I mean, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, you can't share Zanele, but we'll do it for you.
Why was it such an evil laugh?
Should we dig in?
We should definitely dig in. Okay, you do the honors first. I'll
course,
provide you with
please.
some utensils.
Thank you.
Let us know how that is. And I think it's safe to say that Sunday course is absolutely sorted. You can go ahead and shop Woolworths' new 7 colors roast chicken in-store, online, and on the app. Plus, find Kanyisile's beetroot and bean salad recipe on expressoshow.com. Can you see that? Is that a yes?
Grab a fork.
Okay.
Try it yourself.
Okay, I've been commanded. Zanele, as I dig in, tell us what is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Oh, I am living vicariously through you, my ladies, because it looks so good. I'm hungry now, but you know what? I'm going to be fed because we are feasting, baby, on that new music from Doves and Scones from the beautiful Gigi Lemaine. She's going to be performing one of the tracks that's taking over the country at the moment. It's called Bleed Mama, so stick around for that. Then we are also 100% going to be getting into yet another recipe. Listen to this. Homemade malva pudding. Ndase, can you even believe it? I can't. I need to find out how I can make it easily so, but as deliciously. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more feeling good on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
For over 50 years, Natura has helped families heal naturally. Now it's your turn to experience the magic. Win one of 10 Natura wellness packages plus a 1,000 Rand sorbet voucher. To enter, follow Natura on Facebook, comment on the competition posts, and tell us how you use or want to use Natura, and tag a friend who deserves some natural wellness. Nurture your health naturally. Competition closes Friday, 11 April. T's and C's apply. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Flavour has been king today, so let's talk about bringing even more flavour to the table this holiday season. We all know that no holiday dish is complete without that one special ingredient, Mrs. Ball's chutneys. I'm going to indulge right now.
Okay, well, as Gray does that, guess what? Your love for chutney could actually turn into cash because we're giving away 40,000 Rand in prizes. Yes, Gray, you heard me right. All you need to do is show us how you enjoy your Mrs. Ball's chutney in your favorite holiday dish. Snap a pic of your favorite dish and get into entering. Wow,
My dear,
Gray.
might I entice you with a chicken nugget?
I would love that.
I've gone for the sweet chili. Yeah, no, it's kind of the job, yeah, which we love.
100%.
So this is how you guys enter. If you're on Facebook or X, you comment on the competition post with your picture. It's vital. Then on Instagram, post it to your feed and tag us and Mrs. Balls, and make sure you use that hashtag Mrs. Balls and hashtag bring your flavor to the table.
Oh, I like the way
Again,
you
it is
said
my
that.
favorite hashtag of the year,
I
along
was
with
waiting for
Agatha
you to
Christie.
cheers.
Okay, ching ching,
Cheers.
yum.
Absolutely love that. We'll be sharing some of your delicious creations, so it gets even better live right here on Expresso. So get creative, bring that flavor, and let's make this festive season extra tasty with Mrs. Balls.
Oh, this is good.
Oh my goodness, things are so tasty there in Cape Teasy Foshizi. But here in Johannesburg, they're just as tasty because we got the queen of hip hop, Gigi Lemaine, in the building. And before we get to the track that she has with Sizwe Alakine, baby, I need us to go back to that European tour.
Yes.
Because as I said earlier on, you've grown so much. You've done so much in the last 10 years. What does this European tour actually mean for little Gigi?
Well, it means she gets to be Dora the Explorer, just in a different way. I'm really excited about it. It's something that I think is befitting for 10 years.
Yeah.
And just being able to meet new people, learn different things. And I think one thing people can take from, just career, the catalog, is that I love to learn new things. So I'm excited about all the people I'm going to meet on the road, all the food I'm going to eat.
Yes,
and all the new friends I'm going to make, really.
I love that. I'm excited for people to experience you.
You know what? We're ready.
Exactly. I cannot wait for it. But I also know that there's so many girls that are looking up to you. I mean, you even mentioned earlier on about how when you're a woman in the industry, there's a lot of people who are like, how did she do it? How did she get there? If you had to give a piece of advice to a young woman that is looking up to you right now and is like, one day I want to be Gigi, what is the best piece of advice that you could give them?
Definitely self-validation. You are the company you keep.
Sure.
And choose happiness, no matter what's happening with you. Choose happiness.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Compact.
I like it. 3 in 1. We will take it. We will take it.
That's it.
But where to from here as well for Gigi?
You know what? I'm really excited about the new sound coming in. There is already a new project that we are in the works.
Ooh, child.
I mean, we had Soulful G yesterday in studio as well. A lot of really, really cool collaborations as well. I know there's something special dropping tomorrow, so just tune into our social media.
Oh, okay.
But just music, everything music, you know?
Love
I'm just about the work right now.
Beautiful. Well, speaking of the music, Mzansi, the time has come. We're going to have Bleed Mama a little bit later on, right about now. It just so happens that this beauty she brought along Sizwe Alakan. Everybody, let's give it up. It's called Hey Bestie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey bestie, really think I'm ready to fall. Hey bestie, think I wanna give it my all. Hey bestie, really think I like what you are. You make it easy to let go. You're the one from the get-go.
I don't want any attention, but I wanna flex my cheek. I don't really mean to show off, but I can't keep it in. I don't want any attention, but I got a new best friend. I don't really mean to show off, but that right there my twin. That's my shit.
That's my boo thing, homie, hombre skin. Show me buddy, amigo king. Baby, tryna slime twin. That's my bestie, that's my friend. Boo thing, homie, hombre skin. Show me buddy, amigo king. Baby, tryna slime twin. That's my bestie, that's my
I call her
friend.
my dog, I call her my chick, I call her my hero, and I call her my friend. Call every morning, mother second, cause I wanna call her mama one day. Maga nga penduli, send her a text. On any money, I send her a check. One of these days, I send her a check, so we can fly over all of this.
Yo, I'm tweaking again, addicted to you and I'm fleeting again. I'm lucidly dreaming of Venus again. We're going to war for my chummy I'm in. I'm reading these texts and I'm lucky it's you. Feel like a king cause the magic is you. The titties, the hugs and the kisses, the shoes. The love and surprises, Houdini, it's you.
I don't want any attention, but I wanna flex my I don't really mean to show off, but I can't keep it in. I don't want any attention, but I got a new best friend. I don't really mean to show off, but that right there my twin.
That's my boo thing, homie, hombre skin. Show me buddy, amigo king. Really tryna slime twin. That's my bestie, that's my friend. Boo thing, homie, hombre skin. Show me buddy, amigo king. Really tryna slime twin. That's my bestie, that's my
I call her
friend.
my dog, I call her my chick, I call her my hero, and I call her my friend. Call every morning, mother second, cause I wanna call her mama one day. Maga nga penduli, send her a text. Mang any money, I send her a check. One of these days, I send her a check, so we can fly over all of this.
Hey bestie. Hey bestie. Think I wanna give it my all. Hey bestie. Really think I like what you are. You make it easy to let go. Knew you're the one from the get-go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gigi the Big one time.
Yes! Hey! The besties are in the building, Sana.
Love it.
Bestie by Gigi Lamaine and Sizwe Alakan taking over Mzansi in Africa, Sana. If you don't have it, like, downloaded already and stuff like that, what are you doing? Go and do it. You heard the goodness. And the lovely thing is that Gigi's still going to be in the building and it is all going to be happening. That's why I said Bleed Mama is on the way. Another track that is doing the things that need to be done. But then we're also getting into some of that delicious homemade marble pudding goodness I spoke about. Don't go anywhere. We're doing a lot still right here, okay? On Ace 3, it's what we're about. We're going to take a short break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, and welcome back into the kitchen as the nostalgia, the love just pumps right back at you. Few desserts bring as much warmth and nostalgia as Malva pudding. Certainly for me, soft, syrupy classic that's been at the heart of so many family gatherings. Now, Chef Mo is back to share the secret of baking it just right, using stork white baking margarine. And we want that for the perfect texture and an indulgent taste. Chef Mo, can I give you another little hug? Because
thank you.
we miss you, man. We miss you in the space, and we love we love having your energy here, and especially when we deal with nostalgic recipes like this. This for me is something my mom would at least once a week, okay, because she would try her hand at baking, but she loved Taste Neighbor. She loved going to home industry places and supporting bakers doing their thing, and always a Malva pudding would come home, and I would be given just a little bit, you know, it would be like a special treat, but it became such an anchor for me, and then eventually she progressed on to making them for herself and perfecting that, and I just loved that notion. So I really wanted to be able to do that with my kids.
Yes.
So I'm hoping you can give me the basics today so I can carry this forward.
Well, let's get to it. There's nothing more perfect than that lovely, moist morsel that's sweet and just melts in your mouth.
I think Mr. Wasty uses the term unctuous.
Unctuous, yes.
It just captures it beautifully. So where do we begin?
Right. So here we've got some stork white baking margarine that's been melted with 2 eggs and sugar. So you got to get it to this fluffy stage. You want it kind of foamy. Okay. And then to that, you're going to add your apricot jam. Very important to
absolutely
have
vital,
apricot jam. A little bit of vinegar and your milk. Okay, so I'm going to get that going, and then your dry ingredients, you've got your flour, bicarbonate of soda.
Okay.
So that's why we added the vinegar there, because you need your bicarb to activate with the vinegar, and that's what, you know,
there we go. That's where the
rise.
science happens,
Yes.
the chemistry. Okay, brilliant.
So you're going to get that going.
Is there a term for this? I know, like, we use soft peaks or stiff peaks when working with egg whites. How would you describe the kind of consistency here?
Yeah, I would say you need to get it to like a ribbony stage.
Ribbony, okay.
So ribbony is when you can form like almost like ribbons.
And it stays there, you can track that line. Okay.
So now because we've added more liquid to it, you're not going to quite get that, but you're going to do that with your eggs and your sugar.
With your initial whip, okay.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, once that's nicely incorporated, I'm going to go in with, so you're going to sift it, because like we said, we want it light, we want it airy, and you know, to get that melt in the mouth.
I suppose because it is going to be quite rich, and you know, you're putting a syrup on, so there is going to be quite a density to it from that side, so you don't want the cake itself to be too dense or kind of stodgy. It needs to kind of absorb as much of that flavor as possible.
That's right. So to that, you're going to now fold in your dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So be careful also not to overmix. Okay. So this is your folding technique, basically making an 8.
Okay.
Okay, so once that's done, we put it into a baking dish, and it bakes at 180.
It really is that simple, and I can actually see how lightly you're doing this.
Yeah.
I can feel the lightness in your wrist in terms of how gentle you're being with it. So really look after it.
Look after it. Yeah. So as you can see, it's not too heavy. You've got a nice little light batter.
Oh,
so that goes into your baking dish, and then you're going to get started on
the syrup. And I give you a hand.
Yes. So in there, we've got about 2 tablespoons of your stork white baking margarine. And to that, you're going to add water.
Water first.
Some water. You're going to go in with your sugar and some cream. And that is going to cook down, reduce a little bit until like syrupy.
Oh, you're going to get that like almost a caramel kind of. Oh, I love that. Am I putting everything in, huh?
Go in with all of it. So this goes into the oven, poke some holes or however you do it, and then
And I'm beginning to learn. You can play around a little bit, but when it comes to baking, make sure that, yes, you follow the recipe. There is a reason why these have been tried and tested over generations generally. And make sure the ingredients that you're using are top-notch. And I think with the Stork White Baking Margarine, ideal base for icing, thanks to its pure white color. That really does help a lot in the kitchen, eliminates the need for color correction and ensures the brightest, truest colors. I know a lot of bakers are on listening now. Versatility makes it perfect for icing and the baking process itself, offering exceptional results in both, as you can see already, and trusted by South Africans for years. This margarine brings ease and quality to your festive baking. There is a reason why we lean on it all the time. I love this because for me, when I can get, and I'm realizing now what COVID gave me was this kind of the string of core memories in the kitchen baking with my kids. And that's now become a mode. If I feel like we need to kind of get back on the same page together, I'll bring them into the kitchen. It's never quite as clean as this, and accidents will happen, but I'm finding it's not just about the enjoyment of the food. It's like a foodie culture. It's getting them enjoying. Do you have a recipe like that or something that gives you that same sense of nostalgia?
I mean, also at like family gatherings, what are the main dishes that's always that everyone requests for, you know, like a family lunch or something?
Ooh.
These are the nostalgic recipes that we always recommend. I even put it on my menus for my tourists when they come visit to Cape Town. Malva pudding is an absolute must, and it's such a winner every time.
I love it. Have we established, because it feels like it's the most South African thing ever, and I know other countries have put their hand up to say that they might own it, like New Zealand or Australia. It's South African, right?
You don't. It's very South African, and South African it shall stay.
Exactly. That's why we love you. Oh, it really is so good having you in this space again. And then, of course, presumably to wrap it up, once this is reduced, then our beautiful, delicious sauce goes on our unctuous pudding, and we are winning. Oh, there is something special about baking together, creating those memories, core memories when it comes to our kids, sharing laughter, and then, of course, enjoying the process as much as that final treat. Now, of course, you guys have the chance to make those moments even sweeter. We're going to throw this into the bag. Win one of 10 KitchenAid stand mixes simply by buying 2 Stork baking margarines, one of them being the new Stork White Baking Margarine. Maybe show us in the icing that you create. Keep that till slip super safe, and then you can WhatsApp Stork to 0606738661 and then just follow the prompts. Super easy. The competition closes 12th of May this year, but you can find those T's and C's that do apply. All the best of luck, Mon. Oh man, we absolutely love you.
Thank you, G.
I'm going to try this again about 5 times when I get home.
The morning has literally been perfect. I can't change anything about it because it's really made me happy, and I hope it's made you feel good as well, Zanzi. And of course, we have Gigi in the building. What do you mean? Gigi, before we get ready for your beautiful performance, I need to know, what is your favorite dessert, my gorgeous?
Definitely cheesecake.
Really?
Love cheesecake.
Like, but which one? Just plain old cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
No jam, no nothing?
No, just the cheesecake.
Just original.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
I
And
love that.
The sweet meets the it works for me.
I love that. I'm also a cheesecake fan.
Really?
So I'm with you on it.
Which one?
So I do sometimes like the strawberry jam one.
Yeah, strawberry jam is good. Yeah, with like on the top, like the topping.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that works too. Yeah.
Okay, I like your vibe. Can we have some cheesecake together
Let's go get some cheesecake together.
Okay. We're gonna have cake for breakfast because we can, okay, and because we feel good. And this is why you need to not go anywhere, my lovely. You're about to feast on some more Gigi Lemaine, one of my favorite songs from her. It's called Bleed Mama. It's gonna be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show in the next couple of minutes. So if you go somewhere, you're playing yourself, and I don't want that for you, okay? We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, a whole lot more right here on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And for the final time, we're definitely going to get into such goodness. Right now, a chance to win money. In just a bit, a chance to dance the night away. Now, Disky Lovers play Sports Take 8 fixture lists 863. And that is for an estimated jackpot of over 1.6 million rand. And it all goes down this Thursday. Now, you could score big. The fixture list does close at 7:30, and that is tonight at 7:30. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and play any Sports Take game now in store. The stores are open for you to do so. You could head to the website nationallottery.co.za. There, of course, is the mobile app, and then you can stand a chance to earn bragging rights to be inja game. I will give that to you, but make sure that you include us in your winnings, please. But now, though, to celebrate the chance that you can win big, we still have an incredible performance that does await you. So, Nele, girl, are you excited for Gigi Lemaine's new album? My goodness, it's already sounding so good.
What do you mean, girl? I'm the most excited. Like I said, we're feasting here this morning. And honestly, Gigi, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and just coming and celebrating your new album being out. I feel like today is really just something that is one of those moments where you can be like, okay, I'm doing it, I did it. And this is what I want to ask. In terms of you and your journey, right? We always get to a point where we're like, it's hard. Do I still want to do this thing? You ask yourself those questions. What has always kept you going?
I think I've got a very supportive mommy. I've got an amazing mommy and just an amazing support structure. I think with the universe, that's the one thing that came together really well, the people around me.
That's beautiful. And I feel like that's such a strong part for anyone.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's gorgeous. Then just in terms of Gigi, of course, we know you're always in the studio making money, doing this, doing that. Well, who is Gigi outside of the music?
Oh, Gigi, you said it though. I like to make money.
Ah, that's my girl. That's my girl.
I love business prospects. I love business ventures. Doing anything to do with uplifting people around me, I think is really my core. I grew up in a home where we had tuck shops and salons and stuff like that. So I didn't fall too far from the tree.
That's beautiful. So by night you're entertaining the country, and then by day
I'm on hustler mode. Like,
honey,
you know,
boss lady.
Bit of money.
I love that. And you always look rich, so you know it it falls in with your aesthetic, babe. But you have been entertaining the country by morning even as well, which is why we had a couple of comments coming through. Rebecca Ramatlo, who said, my favorite Gigi. I love that. Someone else came through and they said, Oji Mapara, my love, in love faces, fire flame emojis. Yes, yes. Another one coming through from Tabang Tapane, rather, who says, nice one. Because everything you do is nice, Gigi.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We appreciate you, Mama. And congratulations on doves and scones. And I feel like, you know, just in terms of us being the people who are able to celebrate with you, thank you for that. But thank you for always just not giving up on your talent and just allowing yourself to really shine for the rest of the country.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, just like that. I can't believe we're at the end of the show. But we go out with a bang because Gigi Lemaine is doing the things with Nathan Blur and MT on this last song. It's called Bleed Mama. Come on, everybody.
I don't wanna breathe, mama. I just wanna go to sleep, mama. I've been praying, going daily on my knees, mama. I've been catching all these strays and I be bleeding, mama. I don't wanna breathe, mama. I just wanna go to sleep, mama. I've been praying, going daily on my knees, mama. I've been catching all these strays and I be bleeding, mama. Say that I be grinding non-stop, an insomniac. Where the money at? Numb it up with their cognac. Living like a rock star, I don't wanna feel no more. I've seen demons that I've seen before. Said I wanna dance a little. Tell them that we wanna hit the gas a little. Cruising to the hill so I could laugh a little. Yeah, we finna make it from the past we living. Sitting on the beach, I'm out here speaking to the water. If you ever let me swim, then I'm forgiving all the hardships. That it's never been an issue to be loyal, to be honest. But I know a couple people who were slaughtered by their brothers. I wanna breathe, mama. I just wanna go to sleep, mama. I've been praying, going daily on my knees, mama. I've been catching all these strays and I be bleeding, mama. Said that I be grinding non-stop, an insomniac. Where the money at? Numb it up with their cognac. Living like a rock star, I don't wanna feel no more. I seen demons that I've seen before.
wanna live, mama. I'm still here chasing my dreams, mama. Life is better, we ain't living on the streets no more. This journey seems long, but you taught me to be strong. Stronger than that boy who grew up without a daddy. Stronger than that boy who had no hope when he was younger. Stronger than the people who try to tell you what love is. Don't forget to pray and you'll make it to where you're destined for. Cause sometimes life, it gets hard, but you'll be alright. Don't forget to pray. No,
I don't wanna breathe, mama. I just wanna go to sleep, mama. I've been praying, going daily on my knees, mama. I've been catching all these strays and I be bleeding, mama. Say that I be running non-stop, an insomniac. Where the money at? Numbered up with that cognac. Living like a rock star. I don't wanna feel no more. I see demons that I've seen before. Said I wanna dance a little. Tell them that you wanna hit the gas a little. Closer to the hill so I can laugh a little. Yeah, we finna make it from the past we live.
What do you mean? Shout out to you guys. I didn't want the song to end. It's just so beautiful. And this is why it's taking over the nation. Doves and Scones out by Gigi Lamaine from us, your Expresso family. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Another feel-good production.